Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 10 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 10-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
on the Hawkeye Sports Network from Learfield. This is Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling, brought to you by University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Also brought to you by Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. And by Oak Knoll, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City community for 59 years. Welcome to Hawkeye Wrestling.
Good Sunday afternoon on the East Coast, morning in Central Time Zone. Hope everybody made it over the extra hour of sleep that we lost with daylight savings. Welcome back into the Bryce Jordan Center for session number 3 of the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships. Stephen Grace and Mark Ironside. We start the day with the 9th place brackets semifinals. Then we will have the consolation semifinals, winners wrestling for 3rd, losers wrestling for 5th. And then we will finish out the 9th place brackets and the 7th place bouts as well before we get ready to come back at 4:30 Eastern Time, 3:30 in the Central Time Zone for the final session, which will feature 1st, 3rd, and 5th place matches at each weight class. As we start the day, Penn State, your team leader with 146.5 points. They have 8 in the finals, 2 wrestling in the consolation semifinals. Ohio State second with 115. They have 3 finalists and 7 in the consolations. Nebraska has 112 points. They have 5 finalists and 4 still alive on the backside. The Hawkeyes sitting in 4th place with 70 points, 1 finalist and 6 still alive in the backside. Illinois and Minnesota tied for 5th with 69.5. Illinois has no finalists, 7 still alive on the backside. Minnesota has 2 finalists and 4 alive on the backside. And then Michigan is sitting right there within striking distance at 68.5. 1 finalist and 5 still in the backside. So, Mark, big day yesterday, a lot of matches, some that went like we thought, some that didn't as we thought, but we're coming into it. Top 4 finish within our grasp, and more importantly, opportunities to do whatever we can to improve our seeding for the NCAA championships coming up in a couple of weeks.
That's how it goes at this point in time in the season. A lot of matches that could go either way, and you have to win the close ones. We had a lot of opportunity yesterday to do some really, really good things as a team, and I was very optimistic and thought we could honestly get 9 through there yesterday, and I was a little bit wrong, but we still got opportunity to get 9 guys, pretty much. I don't know, Voinovich, you and I have talked. Voinovich is going to have a tough row to hoe with, even if he would happen to get 9th here, they're only taking,
They're taking 8
there, and so therefore he would have to get in a large bid, and I just don't know if they're going to get in a large bid at 157 pounds out of the Big Tens. So, but you know what? He still got a match to make that happen and put himself in a position, and then, they'll look at the scoring system and the formula, and then they'll go to bat for him, and hopefully, he can find his way on to Cleveland. But in the meantime, we got to take care of business. Ryder Block, wait for Ryder Block to come up now. He's in a position where he has to win 2 in order to get 9th, and because they're taking 9, so that would give him an automatic bid to Cleveland, but he's got to win 2 matches here this morning, and Gabe Arnold has to win 1.
Yes.
1 match, and he has who?
Hayden Walters of Michigan, which we beat. Harvey Luddington beat him in the dual meet by a score of 6-4.
And so that would get him in that top 10 as well, too. They're taking 10 there, I believe,
yes.
right?
Yep.
So both those, Ryder Block and Gabe Arnold, have an opportunity to where they could get themselves automatic bids, don't have to wait around for an at-large next week or anything like that. But they have to wrestle their way to that today. They have to wrestle their way there. And that's how you have to compete. I mean, this is your season or not. I mean, every match they wrestle right now, this is, you don't win, you don't, your season's done. And so don't look at that as pressure. You look at that as being excited, like something that you're going to go out and get. Don't you're not protecting anything. Go out and get it. Go out and earn a automatic berth to, Cleveland, Ohio, and to be in that national tournament, because Gabe hasn't been there yet. And neither has
Gabe was there last year.
He was?
Yeah. Didn't he go 0-2 or maybe 1-2? He was our 84-pounder last year.
Oh, yeah, Ferrari wasn't in there, was he?
Yeah.
Well, give him an opportunity to go at 197 pounds and, hopefully win some wrestling matches there. And then on the other side of the brackets, we got, like you said, we got Mikey Caliendo going for first. He's 0-7 against Messenbrink. He closed the gap on him last year. He had a great Big Ten Finals match against him last year. I think we were at Northwestern, and he closed the gap on him, and then Messenbrink kind of widened that a little bit in the duel this year. So Mikey's been wrestling really, really well, and I think that hopefully he can close that gap again and maybe get a score on him, even just to get a score on him and maybe change the outcome of that match a little bit if he could score on him. And we got a lot of guys going for third, and some big matches coming up, some really, really big matches on that other side. Peterson wrestling Bozakis. That's a big match. He's 0-2 against him this year.
Yep, got pinned, and then he lost 9-5 in the duel.
And then you got Drake. He has Bird, a rematch from the national finals of last year. Bird got upset earlier in this tournament, the quarterfinals. So that's a match. Drake's been wrestling well, except for, he wrestled good against Blaze, but didn't do much. He didn't wrestle bad. Both those guys, neither of those guys really did anything in that match. And then, was it overtime?
Yes.
And then Blaze hit a shot in overtime and made it look really easy. And just because he's hanging out, that doesn't mean you hang out. Drake had been wrestling well the second half of the season, but he was wrestling well because he was getting to his offense. And he didn't really work hard to get to his offense, just kind of hung out the whole match, and so did Blaze. And then once they got to overtime, Penn State did what they do, and they won on being the attacker and being the aggressor, and they won in overtime. They win those close matches. So 157, we already talked about that. 49, 65, 74. Patrick Kennedy, he's got a tough road today. He's got
Montanona of Michigan.
Who he got beat on senior night in Carver Hawkeye Arena in overtime. Thought maybe he had to take down. Probably should have, maybe would have, could have challenged that, but didn't. This is an opportunity for him to right the wrong. He just really dominated and controlled that whole match, just not on the scoreboard. We'll see if we learn anything between then and now. He had a lot of opportunities to score and just wouldn't take advantage of them. And so he's got an opportunity to kind of like that, right that wrong there. And then he would have either Harchula of Ohio State or Pinto of Rutgers again. And either one of those, that's going to be a tough matchup too. So both matchups, you get this far in the Big Ten tournament, every matchup, is tough, especially when you're in the constellation of semis and going for third or fifth. And then 84, we defaulted out there. Ferrari probably just, protecting that foot, I assume. He's qualified, so just protecting that foot a little bit more. 97, we already talked about. And then Ben Keeter, the 10 seed coming in. He's taking on Murasola of Penn State, the number 4 seed. That's a big match. That's a really, really big match for Ben Keeter. That's a winnable match for Ben Keeter.
Taken down late to lose that one 4-3 in the dual meet.
But that's why I'm saying it's a winnable match for him. But he can't wait till the end. We got to go early and then continue to keep wrestling, throughout the match. And it proved it yesterday. Look at the matches where he came out and he scored right away. And then, then Michigan State match where we didn't do a darn thing the entire 7 minutes. And then overtime we take him down like a baby in the first 15 seconds. It was like no big deal. And it's just a matter of getting him to pull that trigger and creating a wrestling match and creating scrambles and putting himself in a wrestling position. And that Murasola, he's gotten better throughout the year too. That used to be kind of like one of the weak links, like the only weak link in the Penn State lineup, and now he's proven to where he's just as competitive heavyweight pretty much as anybody else. So, but so is Ben Keeter. You just have to go out and you got to do it and put yourself in a position to do that.
Here we go on mat number 2. Ryder Block comes out right off the whistle. Gavin Brown, the number 12 seed of Purdue, drops in on a low single. Block hips into him and forces a stalemate. These two wrestled in the dual meet, with Ryder winning by a score of 5-0. Big snap by Ryder. Block wrestled well for 4 to 5 minutes in his 2 matches yesterday, but just that weight cut, his gas tank just kind of ran out. he was in control against Van Ness. I mean, he was right there toe-to-toe with the number 1 guy, and just
he has 2
ran out of
matches
gas.
in a row. He was in the dual meet, too.
Yeah. Snap again by Ryder into the front headlock. Got those elbows trapped. He's driving in, trying to move him a little bit. Voinovich coming out as well. Victor's on mat number 3. He's taking on the number 5 seed, Tony White of Rutgers. I believe this is a de facto match for Voinovich because on the bottom side.
What do you mean by de facto?
I mean,
quit using these big words on the radio. Like,
for all intents and purposes, basically the other 2 guys in this bracket in the semifinals, Stony Buell of Purdue and Derek Marinas of Michigan State, they both forfeited. Either they didn't make weight or they just forfeited out of. So basically whoever wins between this is going to make the finals but win by forfeit because there's nobody from the bottom side coming through. So in essence, this is for 9th place, this match right here.
Well, he's got to win this match.
Ryder Block in an over-under situation. Cleared out of it, but as he did, Brown drops in on a low shot again. We're throwing that whizzer in right on the edge of the mat. Now Ryder gets out front, gets those hips square. Starting to extend Brown a little bit, see if he can break a grip. Can't, so they'll go to a stalemate.
Penn State, they got 41-pounder Davis, too, as Dan Dennis loves to correct me. Like, what are you talking about? Davis is the freaking weak link for Penn State because he's out of the tournament. Well, he's not out of the tournament, but he'll wrestle his way back in. He's going to attempt to anyway.
He's got to win his 7th place match. And then they're taking 7 at 141, so that would qualify him.
Yeah, only taking 7 at 141. 141 is not a very strong weight class in the country, to be honest with you. You got Mendez, and then it really drops off after Mendez.
Ryder Block going to go scoreless through 1 period. Minute 15 to go, first period for Voinovich, no score against White, the number 5 seed. I don't know exactly how all of the criteria and everything work out, but there's a nice high crotch, cuts off to the double quickly, finishes for 3. Yesterday he was leaving that arm, he was staying wide. That time he cut off quick and finished for the 3.
Well, he got his hips underneath him on that shot, and it made a huge difference. When your hips underneath you, you can cut off. You know, you can move underneath a guy. You can pivot. You can get angles. You can come up, and that's what he did. On that shot, his hips were underneath him, and was able to allow him to get a quick finish. And he just got to escape there, so that makes it 3-1 with 35 seconds to go here in the first period.
Just going to say, I don't know how it works, though, but White, the number 5 seed, obviously one of the guys that allocated a spot, so getting a win over him would be a notch in the cap. I don't know if it would be near enough, but having this opportunity is a great chance for Victor to see what he can do and
but the thing
try to
is,
make some noise.
You know, he got that takedown with 35 seconds left in this period, and we rode him for 15 seconds. That's a time where you have to ride him out that period. Got to get tough on top. It's a mental thing. I'm not letting him go. Physically, I'm not letting him go. And, you know, you get a takedown with 35 seconds. It's so important to really put the clamps on the guy, pick him up, put him down, get behind him, grab ankles, stay behind the arms. And we didn't really put any effort into trying to ride him there. Why are we giving him almost pretty much a free point? Block gets a 1-point escape here. He got 51 seconds built, Purdue got their riding time up to 51 seconds. Now let's see if Ryder can take advantage of the second period and get himself in on a shot and a score here, but it doesn't appear like he has that in his mindset right now at all. Just kind of hanging out, standing around, and letting this one come down to probably a 1-1, and then he's got to figure it out. We got 35 seconds left to go in the second period of his match.
Voinovich gives the escape. He's up to 41 seconds towards riding time. Minute and a half to go second period, so he leads 3-2 now. Block takes a half attempt, throws the arm out. Block on 2 against Brown of Purdue. Voinovich on 3 against White of Rutgers. Looks like Ryder Block will take that 1-0 lead into the third. Another double leg and takedown by Vic Vojinovic. That was just from a non-tie. He just hit that right away. Shy's getting those legs in, but White does a great job, throws the hips up. He's several inches taller and able to just pop the leg out and gets another escape. Now it's 6-3 in favor of Victor. 45 seconds to go, second period.
Interesting twist here at 149. Ryder Block, kid from Purdue, chose neutral to start the third period. So Block is essentially up. He's up 1-0 right now. Kind of surprised that kid chose neutral, especially when he had 51 seconds built towards his ride time.
Ryder
Obviously, it was 5-0 in the duel. That's just what I was going to say. So he got ridden, but man alive. I mean, you haven't gotten a takedown in 5 minutes of wrestling. I would take my chances of, and you got 51 seconds of riding time built, so you got a lot of time to get that 1-point escape.
There's a stall call, reshot by Ryder Block though.
Let's finish this. Pull him in. Pull him in. It's something we talked about. There's Cradle locked up by Ryder Block. As he was pulling him in, Purdue kid tried coming back in, and we locked him up Cradle. Now we might be able to get a fall here.
Ryder Block.
That's tight.
Trying to cinch that up a little bit more. Lost the Cradle. Stays with the leg Turk.
Yeah, I lost it, but
yeah, so 6-3 as we go to the third period, and Vic goes down.
Block was trying to pull him in, and the kid from Purdue kind of turned into Block and tried grabbing Block's hands on the ankle and got his head to his knee, and Block locked up that Cradle right there tight and ended up getting some near fall. So he's up 8-0. Again, this does not do anything as far as a team race points. So these matches out here have no effect on the team race or points, like if Block would win or get an extra bonus point here for the major decision or anything like that. These are just matches here to wrestle your way into the national tournament in Cleveland.
Vic Vojinovic gets an escape. He leads 7-3. Now he's in on another shot. White able to sag his hips just enough, blocked Victor's momentum that time. Now he's trying to crack him down here. 1:20 to go in the match, trying to step over. Vic still hanging on to that knee. White trying to use that length. Now he's maybe looking for a far side cradle against Vic. Vojinovic still hanging on to that leg. They're going to stalemate it.
Jason Wedgbury, the referee down there.
Block finishes the ride out. He will get the 8-0 victory, and he will move on to take on a rematch with Chance Lamer of Nebraska. Beat him by pin in the dual meet. And that is for an automatic bid to Cleveland. So and I don't know, too, because Ryder, I mean, he was one of the guys, he did allocate. He was top 8. So I don't know if that means that he's necessarily in a spot to get an at-large.
Who?
Ryder Block.
I thought he was going to wrestle his way in.
I mean, if he were to lose his next one, if he would still have the opportunity.
Who's he got next?
Chance Lamer of Nebraska.
Oh, that's a tough match. He beat him in that Nebraska duel. Remember, he was super, super tired and ended up locking up. I think, was it a cradle too?
Kind of like a body lock to a cradle, yeah.
Yeah, he didn't get it locked, though. He just kind of, which I looked like a cradle from where we were sitting that day, but then when I saw the replay later, his hands actually were not locked in a cradle. He just held that position and was able to pin him there. Lamer has not had a very good tournament here, but he's a tough competitor and a tough kid, and he's going to push Block as far as a heart-pumping conditioning factor goes. So Block's got to be ready to go in this match for sure.
Vojinovic does get the win 7-3.
Good job, Vojinovic, putting himself in an opportunity to where now you're kind of leaving it in the hands of the bidding process, but he put himself in that gave himself an option there, so that's good. That's really, really good.
Let's step out, take a timeout. We will come back with more of session number 3 of the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa Hospitals and Clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakknoll.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists. Shop the sales and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
March on over to Riverside Casino and Golf Resort March 26th for an unforgettable performance by country music star Tracy Lawrence. Get ready to hear iconic hits such as Paint Me a Birmingham and Time Marches On, as well as find out who your friends are and Texas Tornado. This is one country music experience you won't want to miss. Secure your tickets now for this must-see concert at riversidecasinoandresort.com or visit our gift shop. We'll see you there.
Welcome back to the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships. Steve Grayson and Mark Ironside working through the 9th place brackets. I think every weight except for 141 has one of these. Had several defaults out earlier today, so not everyone will have a match, but 2 matches per weight class. And then those guys will wrestle, the winners will wrestle later on to see who finishes 9th. And in most cases, get themselves a spot in the bracket at Cleveland in a couple of weeks. Right now, they've got 2 matches at 165, 1 match at 174. Mat 1, Lillard of Indiana against Conley of Michigan State. Gates of Michigan against Goebel of Wisconsin on Mat 2. Those are 165 pounds. And then Mat 3, we've got a review down there. Gilcher of Indiana taking on Eddie Enright of Northwestern. Enright came in for a shot right as we went to break and got caught a little high-low. And Gilcher just got into that over-under and whipped him over. Rolled him all the way through, and I think they just challenged to see if there was supposed to be any near falls or not. And honestly, I think Enright did a really good job of using momentum, and if anything, there might have just been a couple of 1 counts. But just a takedown, nothing further. 2 Hawks wrestled so far in this opening round. Ryder Block, an 8-0 major decision. Viktor Vojinovic, a 7-3 victory over the 5-seed White of Rutgers. So they have both moved on into the 9th place championship. Ryder Block needs that for a chance to automatically qualify for the NCAA championships. Viktor Vojinovic needs the win to give himself a slim chance at an at-large. Step into the power ring with Mid-American Energy. Our mix of wind, solar, and more keeps your energy reliable round after round. Learn more at midamericanenergy.com. A lot of big Hawkeye sports news, Mark. Congratulations to Coach Clarissa Chun and the Hawkeye women. 3 individual national champions and a 2nd-place finish in the inaugural NCAA Wrestling Championships for the women at Extreme Arena in Coralville. And
yes, Laura Valencia, and then obviously Kennedy Blades and Kylie Welker, all national champions. They were giving out belts yesterday, so I don't know what presented that, but kind of something unique and a good little twist. I think the girls probably thought was pretty cool that when they won, they would have a belt walked out to them, and when they get their hand raised, you have a big WWE type belt or UFC type belt for a win in the national championships. And they still got their plaques, as I saw on the award stand as well too. So the NCAA really did a great job in promoting the inaugural year of Iowa women's wrestling in Coralville. and the Extreme Arena. And McHenry out of Illinois, McHenry University, were the champs this year. And I don't remember what the exact point spread was.
Wasn't it like 6.5 points?
It's
like
pretty close.
66.5 to 60 or something like that.
Yeah. Pretty close. And that's where you just wish you could go back and wrestle this match again and wrestle that match again or whatever, and you got to make it all count. And McHenry came out on top there, but it was a good event. It was a good place. I'm sure the fans had a blast there and a great environment, and I think it's going to be back there again next year as well too. So Clarissa Chun and staff is going to have to go back and start a recruiting process and working in the room and developing for next year. I'm sure everybody, now it's going to be spring break for Iowa coming up, is going to have some time off and come back fresh and ready to go and have probably a big off season as well too. I know that a lot of those girls are going to wrestle, the U20s, U23s, and then the senior level. So not a whole lot of downtime when you're at that level.
Yeah. Well, then congrats to Jan Jensen and the Hawkeye women. They said Michigan women's basketball has been averaging 86 points per game.
How?
We've held them to 86 points combined in the 2 games that we played them in the last 3 weeks. 59-42. We outscored them, what was it, like 24-6 or something?
24-7.
In the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And it was 13-4 at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, we held them to 4 points in the first quarter. That's it.
They're going to have a very tall task.
Tall,
no pun intended.
Yeah.
With Lauren Betts at UCLA, the number 1 seed, and I can't remember if they're top ranked in the country. They're in the top 2 or 3. But rematch from several weeks ago there, where UCLA kind of had their way with them, but they've been doing that with everybody this season. But, never count out Jan Jensen and those Hawkeye women, because like we were talking yesterday, she is so energetic, she's so upbeat, she's so positive, and she finds a way to get that team to play together, and they will do whatever they can in their power to try to upset UCLA today.
They know where their strengths are, and they really do a good job of capitalizing on that. And, Coach Jan Jensen did she was underneath Coach, legendary Coach Lisa Bluter for years and years and years, and worked extremely well together, and I'm sure still work together. And Jan has really, but if anything, has maybe picked up the defense. I mean, our defense is just so sound, and that's a part of the game that I think that a lot of teams don't really focus on enough, and just being aggressive and hustling on that defense up and down that floor. And that's something that the Iowa Hawkeyes have kind of become known for, is they don't have all those tall 6'6" type girls all around, on their team and can score, from the inside almost at will. So they got to make up for that with a lot of hustle and effort, and they do a great job of that. And then on their offense, mixing it up, not one player is, even when Caitlin, as you and I were talking about, even when Caitlin was here, it wasn't just one player and that kind of runs the team. It was just, look at all the assists that Caitlin had, and it's just they find different ways to score with different people and different weapons, and the way that Jan Jensen and the staff can mesh all that together is really fun to watch, and it doesn't go unnoticed. And but like you said, they got a tall task ahead with UCLA, and I just don't know how you could play against girls when they're so much taller all around you. It just makes it so tough, and that's where you just have to rely on your hustle and your effort and your conditioning as well too.
And then good luck to Ben McCollum and the men. They play, I think, 4 or 4:30 Central Time over in Nebraska. They had a big upset win over the Cornhuskers a few weeks ago at Carver, and close out their regular season today. And looks like they're kind of in that 8 or 9 seed spot in the Big Ten. But it's been fun to see, Coach McCollum and what he's done as he's come in, and just seeing that team start to gel, and really excited for what the future of the men's basketball program looks like too. So looking forward to seeing that one. Gabe Arnold on deck on mat number 2. So what we're going to do is step out, take another timeout. We will come back and have more of the third session of the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
You might think Iowa grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn can even fuel your drive to watch the Hawkeyes play when you choose Unleaded 88. It's a fuel that's cheaper, cleaner, and greener. Plus, it's homegrown, making Unleaded 88 the clear choice at the pump and totally worth the hype. So as you head to cheer on the Hawkeyes this season, don't just fuel up. Pump it up with Unleaded 88. Find Unleaded 88 at a station near you. Go to iowacorn.org/88.
You power your day with passion and purpose. It's the same for Alliant Energy. We're modernizing the grid, blending new, renewable, and traditional energy sources to meet growing demand safely and reliably. We're rising to the challenge to meet your energy needs today and for generations to come. Visit AlliantEnergy.com/poweringbeyond to learn more.
Life moves fast. Quickstar keeps up. Whether it's fresh coffee, a delicious bakery treat, or our take-home meals that make life easier, we've got everything you need right here. Because your comfort and cravings deserve the best. And while you're fueling up with Quickstar's fully guaranteed gasoline, we've got great services like free ATMs and free air. We're all about saving you time, money, and making your life easy. Quickstar's here for you whenever you need us.
Back at the Bryce Jordan Center, campus of Penn State University and State College. Stephen Grace, Mark Ironside at the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships. Just 3 mats on the stage. They shrunk it down just a little bit, as we will have the rest of these 9th place semifinal brackets. And then we will have the consolation semifinals. And then we will have 7th place bouts, which there's already been several forfeits in those. And then we will have the championships of the ninth place brackets. And I just see popped up here, Millard of Minnesota forfeits his 7th place match, so no more points for Minnesota there. Vic Voinovich does get the forfeit win, so Vic will finish 9th place. So that was a big win for him in his de facto 9th place bout, even though it was the semifinals.
You and your de facto. English, Stephen.
Hey, I do the Wordle to expand my horizons.
Yeah, well, I've learned a lot of words throughout Whirl as well, too. Guava. I didn't know what guava was last trip on Okie State. Found out what guava was the hard way. Everybody else in the world seemed to know it, but me. I didn't know what Mir was either as an essence. Well, learned that one a long time. I've learned so many words through Wordle.
Did you do it yet today?
I did do it today. 4.
I got it in the 4th one as well.
You did?
Yep.
My sister cheated. She got it in 2. She claims she didn't, but there's no way. She had 1 letter, and it wasn't even the right. It was just a yellow, and she got it in 2. How? Are you kidding me?
Every now and again, you can get lucky like that.
That's beyond lucky. Might as well go buy your lottery ticket while you're at it.
All right, now, heck of a tussle going on between Perez of Northwestern and Goyne of Indiana, 184-pound 9th place. Right off the whistle, another one of those instances where Perez came across and Goyne actually caught him, hit a lat drop, put him to his back, but Perez timed it just right, popped him off, rolled over, and came out on top and got a 7-point move, almost got the fall out of it. But now Goyne has worked his way back, and with 20 seconds left in just the second period, it's 12-9.
I feel like this match has been going on for 30 minutes. They're trying to get to that Lockett 72-minute match without a tornado. This is how long this match has been going on. That's kind of crazy, too, at the Big 12s.
Yeah. folks that didn't know, they had a tornado warning in Tulsa yesterday. And Lockett was wrestling, was it Utah of Iowa State?
Yeah.
And in between, they had some blood time. They had a concussion protocol. Might have been an injury time in there as well. And then that tornado warning. And so from the time that they started that match until the time it came to an end was 72 minutes of actual time. Could you imagine having to fill for 72 minutes for one match?
Well, I think if there was a tornado
warning, we'd be taking a break and finding shelter.
I don't think that the radio guys are beginning the only two left in the building.
You never know.
Coming to you live. We're going to become weathermen really quick.
Oh, there goes the top of the roof. We're not leaving, though, by golly. $12-10. So you got two Indiana Northwestern matches side by side. Mat 2, where Arnold is on deck, is Goyen and Perez. Mat 3 is Gilcher and Enright. And that Gilcher-Enright is another long review or something. I'm not sure what they're doing. They're finally getting back to action.
A lot of roly-poly matches anymore. There's just, look at this on 2 over there.
Yeah.
It's just, how many times do we see these positions?
And Goyen gets a takedown, so he's ahead, but he's got riding time against him. So he's got to ride him out to erase that riding time, but he's got a leg Turk in. Trying to go crossface, see if he can get some near falls. $184, they're only taking 8, so this is kind of like a Vic Voinovich situation. Put yourself in the best spot for a potential at-large bid. Another challenge on mat number 3. Enright thought he had a takedown right on the edge. The referee said no, he wasn't all the way around behind the hips.
Jeez, another challenge over here. All right, here comes Gabe Arnold.
Gabe taking on the number 10 seed, Hayden Walters of Michigan. Like we said earlier, Walters wrestled Harvey Luddington in the dual meet. And that was one of the matches. Everybody talks about the heroics of Drake Ayala getting the tech fall to win 19-17. But Harvey Luddington doesn't get the upset victory as a true freshman. We don't win that dual meet either. Let's see if Gabe Arnold can.
That was a big win for Harvey Lovington in that duel.
Walters, long, lanky. Him and Luddington look similar body styles, which is the complete opposite of Gabe Arnold. Let's see if Gabe can get to his offense. He did that. He started to pick it up a little bit at times yesterday. And I think that's the big thing for Gabe, is if he can just trust his amazing athleticism. I mean, he is such an athlete. If he could just trust in his own ability, he could do some really good things.
Yeah,
right there,
nice
snaps, head to the outside.
Cuts the corner.
Gets almost to that far ankle, but
just
then
missed it. But we're still in on the shot right here. But problem is right on the edge.
There he gets that far ankle and gets the 3.
There we go.
Just like that. That is athleticism right there.
Quick, explosive. Didn't wait. Yeah. Got to it right away. Love it.
Out of bounds. Just over a minute gone by. 3-0 is the lead for Gabe Arnold. Walters off the restart. Tripod up to his feet. Gabe just pushes him away. 3-1, a minute 40 to go, first period.
Again, no emphasis on riding. You know what? And that's fine. If we're not, if you don't want to emphasize on riding, then you better get busy on your feet. You don't take someone down and then release them and then just hang out the rest of the time. You know, if you're going to let someone go and not put any emphasis on riding, then you need to get back to the offense on the feet. You got to be doing something somewhere.
Walters changed levels. Gabe with a big down block. Walters comes across now, throws an underhook on the right side. Gabe swims his arm out of that. Looks like,
I mean, he got to that shot so easy. Let's go again. I mean, we cut him with a minute and a half. We got a minute left to go, 50 seconds. And now it's like we're just kind of like hanging out. We went after that shot right away, got our takedown, and now we're just hanging here. Let's go again.
Gilcher finally gets the win over there.
11-7. That was a wild match. We want to be on deck on that, Matt. Sitting there waiting and waiting and just taking forever. Always the best is when you're on deck and the match in front of you ends like right away in a pin or tech or whatever, and it's like, sweet, let's go. Like, I don't have to wait anymore. Let's go.
First period ticks to an end. Gabe leads by a score of 3-1. When you do have a match take longer like that, I mean, are you like doing some jumping jacks or kind of running in place or doing anything to keep the blood flowing, or you just kind of, I mean, what are you doing there?
You just got to keep your blood going, yeah. You don't want to just stand around and do nothing. You got to, you should be warm when you go out on the mat. Your heart rate should be up just a smidge, you know. Your blood should be flowing. It shouldn't be a shock to your system when you get out there and start wrestling in the first minute. I mean, you got to be, you know, ready. Like your body, and not only your body, but your mindset as well, too. You don't want to just work into it and just start feeling things out. As soon as that whistle blows, it's like your mind is where I'm scoring right now. I'm scoring now. And that's not talking about diving in a shot. That's talking about getting to a wrist, getting to a tie, getting to an inside tie, getting to the head, getting 2-on-1, fakes, motions. I mean, you're thinking about all the things that need to be done in order to score. And you're not just kind of like, oh, let's see what this guy brings, and let's kind of feel what this guy has, you know. I mean, it can't be like that. This kid from Michigan started down. It was Gabe's choice. He deferred, and he got a one-point escape because we didn't put any emphasis on riding him again. And Gabe's a tough rider, too. Yeah. Like, really good at riding.
Gabe coming across, underhook on the right side. Now clears that, comes up into the left-handed collar. 3-2 is the lead for Arnold. 1:05 to go, second period. 197-pound, ninth-place bracket. In essence, a win here qualifies you for Cleveland because you'll be into the ninth place match, so the 9th and 10th, and they're taking 10 at 197. Shot by Walters. Gabe sprawls back into a front headlock.
This is where Gabe struggles. He doesn't know what to do here.
You can see just by his body language, he was just kind of holding instead of thinking about scoring.
I've seen way too many times someone takes a shot, he gets into a front headlock, and there's no offense from there. It's just hold and let the guy come up or go to stalemate, but like we're like a fish out of water there.
20 seconds to go, second period.
And again, no attacks from Gabe.
Half attempt right there by Walters, but we down block. And it will be 3-2 as we go to the third period. Check out Iowa Style Apparel retail store in Cedar Rapids. Iowa Style Apparel offers the latest looks for a variety of local sports teams, including an expansive wrestling section. Check out Iowa Style Apparel retail store in Cedar Rapids or shop online at iowastyleapparel.com.
Gabe was just questioning Terry. Was that Terry in the corner or Tom?
I think it's Terry.
From the back. Yeah, I think it was Terry.
I think the way he's rocking.
Questioning Terry whether he should go down or not. And Terry's like, yeah, go down. And he was questioning it, like he almost like wanted to go neutral. Gabe up to his feet here, trying to get hand control. He does. Now he's out.
4-2. Gabe with the lead. 1:40 to go in the match. Big snap by Gabe.
No follow-through, though. We're just coasting. We've coasted since that first takedown. Complete coast.
Another big snap into a front headlock. Walters tries to dive on a shot. There we start to circle a little bit from that front head, but now we slow up.
Well, Walters knows he's got to come at him. He kind of hit a reshot on us after that snap kind of came in on us, and that's where we ended up in that front headlock, but we just let Walters come up to his feet. There's a snap by Gabe again. Now he's got Walters on the edge of the mat here. Underhooks by
Double
Gabe.
unders.
He pushes him out right there, but Walters does a good job. Circles, go back to the center.
Gabe sprints back. Walters takes his time. 1:05 to go, regulation. Arnold leading 4-2. Misdirection attempt by Walters. Gabe just gets his hands on his head, keeps the legs back. Another attempt. Gabe into that front headlock, shucks him, tries to circle around. Ooh, it was close. Walters threw that arm out last second.
Yeah, Walters is really starting to come at him hard now, which he has to. I mean, he's down by a takedown right now, and this is your season on the line. He's really starting to come at Gabe. Gabe's doing a good job staying in there, though, moving his feet and circling, getting his legs back.
35 on the clock.
Another shot.
Gets to our ankle, but we turn and kick out of it. Another shot. Another good down block by Gabe into that front headlock. Underhook on the right side. Walters trying to get that body lock in.
Don't go over under situation here, Gabe.
Underhook. He tries to sag underneath of us. Staying on that head, right on the edge. Walters trying to circle back in. 10 seconds left. Now Walters tries to pull us into a front headlock. Gabe trying to circle back towards the middle. Snaps, a little slide-by attempt, stays low. Gabe Arnold is going to get the win by a score of 4-2. And unless my math is completely wrong, that should qualify him for Cleveland.
Good deal, Gabe.
Good job by Gabe Arnold. We're going to step out, take another timeout. We'll be back with more from State College right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hawkeye Nation, here's something big. U.S. Cellular is now part of T-Mobile. That means Iowa fans are now on America's largest 5G network, bringing even more strength and coverage to every game day and every day. As the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're proud to power every call, every post, every celebration. U.S. Cellular and T-Mobile, better together.
This is Jordan Sekefetz here for my dad Brian and his True Blue crew at Dodge Street Tire. If you're wrestling with your car or truck, let their crew take care of you and your family with honest and quality award-winning service. For over 30 good years, Dodge Street Tire have been champions for Hawkeye fans everywhere, pinning down prices and problems for their neighbors. Don't let your vehicle's tires and troubles keep you from achieving your goals. Dodge Street Tire at the corner of Dodge and Church Street.
Hawkeye fans, gear up for game day with Big Grove. As an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes, they bring you the ultimate game-watching experience. Sip on fan favorites like Easy Eddie, Citrus Surfer, and Neighborhood Beer while cheering on the Hawks. Can't make it to the stadium? No worries. Join them at any of their 4 Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, and Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks!
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Welcome back to State College. Stephen Grayson, Mark Ironside. Final few matches of the 9th place brackets, and then we have our first consolation semifinal out on mat number 2. Jacob Moran of Indiana taking on Diego Sotelo of Michigan. Moran in on a shot, finishes his second takedown. He leads by a score of 6-1. Dean Peterson waits on deck on mat number 2. He'll be taking on Bouzakis of Ohio State. Drake Ayala waits on deck over on mat number 3. Ayala will be taking on Lucas Bird of Illinois. That mat right now has a heavyweight 9th place bracket, Gabe Christensen of Northwestern and Josh Terrell of Michigan State. Kind of interesting. I don't know if you were watching on mat 3, Mark. There was a scramble situation there. Rowley of Purdue and Elias of Maryland. And referee Matt Sorochinski stopped it either for injury or potentially dangerous. But, he got in and, actually pushed Rowley off of Elias.
I saw that. So I got my binos out, and I started kind of looking at what was going on a little bit right there. And that Maryland coach, he is hot. That obviously Rowley was purposely, even after the whistle, still trying to crank on that knee or something. But I think it was a situation where it was kind of stuck in that position. It just couldn't really get free there, is what it more looked like to me.
Moran leads Sotelo 6-3 now in the second period. Dodge Street Tire and Auto, locally owned and operated, voted best of the area for a dozen straight years, proudly supports Iowa wrestling. Trust Dodge Street Tire for honest auto repair and the best deals on Goodyear and Toyo tires. Dodge Street Tire and Auto celebrating over 30 good years on the corner of Dodge and Church Streets in Iowa City. Moran, another takedown on Sotelo. He's looking good this morning. Peterson will have either the winner or the loser of that one. It's kind of the easy part to prep when you get to this stage in the bracket where you know these are the two choices that you have. Makes my job a lot easier filling out all my prep work.
Yep. Yeah, Moran, he's on a roll here this morning.
Moran, the number 4 seed, got beat by Lilledal in the semifinals. He's a guy that's been around for a while, redshirt senior. Well, let's sneak in one more quick break before we get into a host of Hawkeyes. We're at the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships. We'll have more right after this. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
At Mid-American Energy, our 1.6 million customers depend on our energy 24/7. That's why we work 24/7 to deliver the safe, reliable energy you need. To keep our 99.9% reliability record, we're enhancing our technology, improving resiliency, and investing in critical infrastructure. We're generating power from all available resources to cover any increases in demand. And we're innovating to ensure you always have the energy you need. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Hawkeye Nation, here's something big. U.S. Cellular is now part of T-Mobile. That means Iowa fans are now on America's largest 5G network, bringing even more strength and coverage to every game day and every day. As the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're proud to power every call, every post, every celebration. U.S. Cellular and T-Mobile, better together.
Welcome back to the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships. Alongside Mark Ironside, Stephen Grace, saying thanks for tuning in on this Sunday. Consolation semifinals. One match has gotten underway. The rest of them are starting to work on deck. Mat number 3 has had a variety of injury and challenge and all kinds of other delays, so they still have one more 9th place match at heavyweight on deck. Dean Peterson on deck on mat number 3. Drake Ayala on deck on mat number 1. So they will be going at the same time.
Yep, Drake over there on deck on mat 1. Terry Brand's giving him some last-minute advice over there, running him out a little bit. Morningstar right there, Robles there, Beatty there. Chase Rhodes all staying down there. They got a whole posse down there with Drake Ayala waiting to come up.
So Drake in the dual meet last year beat Bird by a score of 4-2. Then in the Big Ten finals got pinned and then lost 3-2 in the tiebreakers in the national finals. And then they wrestled earlier this year down in Tulsa at the national duels, and Bird won that one by a score of 7-2. But kind of like Caliendo, Drake has definitely picked up his wrestling as this season has gone on. This will be a fun matchup here for a consolation semifinal. Dean Peterson wrestled Buzakis twice this year, losing by fall down in Tulsa, and then lost 9-5 in the dual meet in Columbus in February.
All right.
Rand does win 9-7. Let's see, that would be Smith against Lawrence. So here comes Peterson on mat 2. Here comes Drake Ayala on mat number 1.
Bird of Illinois sporting a orange singlet, solid orange singlet today for Illinois. That makes them easy to see and spot. Iowa Hawkeyes, Drake Ayala and Peterson out there in their normal singlet that we've had for years. Same look.
Buzakis takes a shot from a ways away. Dean comes back, tries going overhook, and then Buzakis slips around almost to a side headlock. Dean scrambling, goes to the other side, throwing that whizzer in. Buzakis down on our leg. We work out of bounds. No points scored. Not sure what Dean was thinking there, but
I just get nervous in these matches. Like every time they go out of bounds, like what are they going to call? Was that stalling or not? Nice shot right there by Peterson, right off the whistle, double leg from a non-tie. Literally just blew right through Buzakis and took him off of his feet. Buzakis was not expecting that at all. 1 point escape again. No
effort to ride.
into riding right there at all.
Now Buzakis has a bloody nose.
Well, I think that came from off that whistle, off that shot off the whistle by Peterson. It just drove him. I think it caught him right in the bridge of his nose, the top of Peterson's head, and caught him right in the nose right there. Leading with his head.
And to clean up Ayala's mat, now they finally have it cleared, so we're underway down there on mat number 1 between Ayala and Bird.
This is where I want to see Drake. I'd really like to see him try and get to his offense here. What's going on here? Oh, the mat's super slippery.
A few guys have been saying things about that, trying to...
Well, these are brand new mats.
Yeah.
Brand new mats here, and they're definitely slipping and sliding around there for sure.
Peterson gets back underway, leading 3-1, 45 seconds gone by. Buzakis got handled easily by Jory Volk last night in the semifinals.
Yeah, Volk looked good.
That would be an interesting one, Volk and Lilledahl in the finals.
Volk he's just tough, scrapping. I mean, it's kind of how that Minnesota team is right now.
Yeah.
You don't hear much about Minnesota, but they're just there. Like they just find a way to kind of be present and be there.
Drake back to action on mat 1. Peterson.
Shot right there by Buzakis. He's in on a shot, in on a leg on us. Head to the inside single on our left leg. Wizard trying to get our leg back, but can't. Now we're doing the splits. Buzakis elevating it. He's got it shelved now. Up in the air with it on our feet. Pulls us back down. We're doing the splits again.
Buzakis tries to limp arm out. Does, and then comes around. Still not a takedown yet. We're able to sneak that whizzer back in. Buzakis tries to lock around the waist. Now we go kind of inside trip.
Oh!
Now we come up to a headlock look. Why do we do that? We just get taken down. Like we almost got taken down earlier. What?
Look at the Ohio State coaches are telling and screaming at it to keep him down, keep him down. But now it must be
blood time again.
50 seconds to go here. 49 seconds to go in the first period of this match.
We're there on mat number 1. Lucas Bird of Illinois tries popping the elbows into an attempt against Drake, but didn't get anywhere with it. we've seen in most of their matches. Just good defense, good positioning by both these guys.
So many times we just let this match come down to overtime, and just like in the national finals, and just no takedowns, and we just don't do enough to find a way to work hard to get to the legs and finish a takedown. It just, we use the clock as our enemy and not as our friend.
Drake just kind of draping his left hand up there. 25 seconds to go. Now they clear out. Both guys down low. Peterson back to action. Works up to his feet. Again, reaches back like a neck wrench.
Hawkeyes does a good job. Rides us here, doesn't let us go. He's looking to ride us this whole period. They're very adamant about keeping us down and riding us out this period.
Peterson, a little hip ice, scoots the hips,
keeps switching
back. Now Hawkeyes gets back over the hips and covers. Drake scoreless at the end of one. Peterson flat on the mat, 15 seconds to go, first period. Hawkeyes capping that left ankle. Bird chooses down to begin the second period, comes into a tripod. We go to that claw ride. Hawkeyes does get the ride out, so it's 4-3. He leads Dean Peterson going into the second.
With 44 seconds built towards his riding time.
Escape in 13 seconds for Bird, so he leads Drake Ayala 1-0. Hawkeyes will start down here to begin the second period.
See if we can ride tough here for a while. He got up to 44 seconds of riding time. He's up to his feet. He's getting hand control, trying to get the ankle, break him back down. Good job by Peterson here. Breaks him all the way back down to the mat. Good job. Picks him up, almost returns him right there. Hawkeyes trying to come back up to his feet. Bobby Telford liking that in the corner and clapping as they go out of bounds. That's a good ride. That's a good, tough ride. That's what I was hoping and expecting out of him in the first period, but again, we just let him go right away. Good job, Peterson.
Mat 1, 45 seconds left, second period. Drake and Bird still just hand fighting.
That time we just released. Hawkeyes didn't really try to hold him down at that time off the whistle.
Drake trying a little pass by, but Bird able to circle and square back up. Bird changed levels. Shot there by Peterson, head to the inside. Trying to get Hawkeyes up over top of him. Hawkeyes locked through our legs, trying to roll us through. Now gets his hips in, gets us extended. We lost our grip on the leg.
Well, our head's buried right underneath his stomach right here. That's not in a good position. You're going to see a stalemate. Hawkeyes with really good defense there, really squatting, putting a lot of weight right on his head, getting him extended.
Drake goes down to begin the third period, trailing 1-0. Drake only got 13 seconds built towards his riding time. 45 seconds to go, second period. Dean Peterson trailing 5-3. Riding time not a factor in that one. Drake pops the arm up off, gets out front. Bird staying in a front headlock. Drake trying to clear out of that. Does, gets the escape. Hawkeyes underhook. Stalemate it. Neither guy wanted to give position. Hawkeyes' chin strap came up over his nose. Going to have another blood time, it looks like. Minute and a half to go regulation. Drake tied up at 1. Swipes at the leg right there. Comes across.
Nice snap right there by Bird. Snap Drake all the way down to his knees. Now kind of back up to our knee, wrestling on our knee a lot here. Drake always getting down to that one knee, kind of like Ferrari. Right now they're up in the feet, hand fighting. Bird trying to get a little bit more physical with Drake here this third period. You can sense a little bit of urgency coming out of the two of them. That neither one of them have done anything this entire match so far. Now that we're getting down to the end, now they know it's kind of like go time.
Peterson in on a shot, trying to step over, short time. Looks to go whip over. Hawkeyes throws that whizzer in, steps over. We're around behind, but unable to finish it as time runs out. So 5-3 Peterson trails as we go to the third.
Good job, Peterson. Way to put yourself in a position to score there with little time. Great job.
30 seconds left regulation for Ayala and Bird. Drake. Snap. Bird just always stays in such good position. It's like Drake's got to put 4, 5, 6 things together. I mean, it's not just 1 or 2. He's really got to get him moving, get him off sorts. Like we're going to go to sudden victory just like the semifinals last night. Tied up at 1. Hawk fans, enjoy your home away from home at Coralville's All-Suite Homewood Suites, Iowa River Landing, and Home 2 Suites, Hilton Hotels. Relax in spacious suites with kitchens. Enjoy free breakfast, 24-hour gym, pool, hot tub, and more. Perfectly located for your next Hawkeye visit. Drake a snap into a front headlock, but Bird clears out of that. Another blood time in between periods for Peterson and Bouzakis. Bailey is on deck on mat 2, where Peterson's wrestling. He's taking on Oliveri of Rutgers.
Referee Grasso came over and he talked to, during that blood time, talked to Peterson for quite a while about something he was doing in the match there. And Tom and Telford were obviously right there listening in, and they didn't really like what he was saying and talking about, basically telling him how he can or cannot wrestle. There's Drake trying to scramble right there.
Snapped him, had him down to his knees, but as he tried to circle, he slipped a little bit. There's a reshot by Drake. Gets down to the ankle. Whizzer thrown in by Bird, trying to trick his knee. Drake trying to grab onto that ankle, elevate it up a little bit higher. Limp arms, gets to that ankle, tries to climb up. Somersault attempt.
There
and
it is,
put
Drake.
him to his back. And Drake Ayala will get the 3 and will get the third.
Bird tried rolling last desperation, and Drake let him roll and then covered right on top for the 3-point takedown. Allows him to win 4-1 in OT. Great reshot right there by Drake. Nice work, Drake. That's a big win for Drake Ayala. Big win.
Peterson starts down on mat number 2 to begin the third, about ready to get his riding time against him. Trying to peel those hands free. Bouzakis capping that near ankle. Stalemate. Stall call on Bouzakis for riding that ankle. Now we got blood time yet again. Well, all season long, our interview with Hawkeye coach Tom Brands brought to you by Hy-Vee. Get grad party ready with Hy-Vee, making planning easy. They have convenient catering options, party trays, desserts, drinks, and all the essentials you need to celebrate your graduate. No extra stops, no extra stress. Shop online at Hy-Vee.com today. So Drake Ayala will take on either Fugit or Borman.
They're probably on deck on what, 2?
I think they're on deck on 3.
3?
Yeah.
Seems like that match has been going. Those matches on 3 have been going forever.
They have. Back to action here. Peterson tries to hit a somersault right off the whistle, switching back into Bouzakis. Bouzakis grabbing our ankle. Dean still in that switch position. Now Bouzakis drives the shoulder in, gets us back down to our hip. Dean still trying to turn back into him.
Bouzakis can ride, that's for sure, and he's proven it here in this match.
Capping our ankle, tries to go to a claw. We get to a sit out, get to our feet, almost get that hand
there you
control.
Go. Come on, get your legs back.
Get out front, trying to square
back,
up.
Back. There you go. Good work.
Gets in on a shot right away. Trying to cut off.
Shelf it. Lift it up. Shelf it. Lift it up.
Dean Peterson trying to finish this. I think they never gave the escape. They waved off the escape to say this could be a reversal, not an escape, and takedown. Now I'm going to say a locked hands call on Bouzakis.
Well, that's big. Now if we can get this reversal here.
Peterson continuing to fight here. Riding time continuing to tick. They roll all the way through. Now Dean goes the other way, stepping over.
Arm out now.
Just got 5 seconds left. And he's not going to be able to get it. And that's going to do it. So 6-4 will be the final score.
Peterson wants him to throw the block in, but I don't know what you're going to throw the block in with. Like 4.
Yeah, I don't think there was enough there. So Peterson will have a rematch with Sotelo for 5th place. That's going to bring out Nir Bailey. In Iowa, we grow corn. The truth is, corn grows Iowa. Corn grows feed for our livestock, food for our families, and clean burning fuel. For your drive to the game, drive clean with Unleaded 88. Support Iowa corn farmers. Go to iowacorn.org to pump it up with Unleaded 88. Also, the 988 Lifeline, compassionate help anytime, anywhere. Call or text 988. There's Nir Bailey taking on Oliveri, the number 10 seed from Rutgers. These guys have never wrestled before.
Dang it. Peterson gave himself an opportunity at the end, just couldn't pull it off.
Oliveri got here with a win over Braden Davis of Penn State in the consolation quarterfinals. Hawks should be up to 73.5 now with Drake's win. I mean, Peterson's been closing the gap on Buzakis. He's close. He's just got to be able to not get ridden as much and be able to just finish a little bit quicker.
Yeah, not get ridden as much. And yeah, you're exactly right. Got quicker finishes. He was right there at the end. Like you said, he's definitely closed the gap on him. Just wish we could have gotten that reversal or takedown. Or even a one-point escape. We'll go in OT. Well, no, it would have lost on riding time. Bailey wrestling down on a knee. He doesn't normally wrestle down on a knee, does he?
Sometimes. Halfway through this first period, no score between Bailey and Oliveri.
Another guy here wanting to do anything here in the first period of this match. Just really never wrestled each other before, and just you can totally tell just kind of feeling each other out. Oliveri just stalking Bailey, and Bailey just kind of on the edge, just kind of circling all the way around the perimeter of the match on the edge. Neither of them really want to wrestle from a tie and get their hands on each other, and then they clear out and clear away a lot. There's a half a shot right there by Oliveri.
40 seconds on the clock, first period. Mat 1 is the other 141 consolation semifinal, Von Bauer of Minnesota and Lemus of Maryland. And then mat number 3 will be Drake Ayala's opponent. Nice double by Bailey. Comes up into an underhook. Is Oliveri able to sprawl back? Right now, Fugit of Wisconsin leading Borman of Purdue 3-0. Drake will have the winner of that. There's a shot by Oliveri. Nice explosive reshot there by Nir Bailey. Comes up. He's got a whizzer against him, trying to elevate that leg. Short time. And now Oliveri reaches over, grabs our ankle. We're trying to stack him up for a neutral danger. Period comes to an end. No score. Bailey's choice. He's going to start down.
Fugit up 3-0 down there on his match. Again, that's who Drake will have most likely for third place. He's wrestled earlier in this tournament. I think in the quarters, right?
Yes.
Wisconsin. Bailey chooses down, up to his feet, hand control, out for a one-point escape.
Bailey leads 1-0, just 3 seconds underneath. Just playing the edge, though. Come on, man. Double attempt again by Oliveri. Comes up to an underhook. Oliveri looks big. I know Nasir's a little undersized for 141.
I think Nasir's done a good job throughout the season growing into this weight class.
20 on the clock, first period.
Both those hands and fingers wrapped up so much. Tough for him to, like, grab and grip.
Snap by Nasir as they get to the edge. Circles back towards the middle. Half attempt by Oliveri. 55 now to go, second period. Another shot there by Oliveri. He's going to get a stall call if he gets one more of those. Changes levels.
Slide by the legs. Finish this.
Nasir.
There you go.
Gets
Good. Nice job. Little slide by. Got Oliveri getting a little bit too aggressive there coming in, and then slid him by and got around behind, dropped down to both legs.
Tries to wrap up that 2-on-1 as they come back to the ground after Oliveri got to his feet.
20 seconds to go here in this second period. Got to keep him down here for this 20 seconds. Be a big ride here if he could.
Oliveri keeping those arms out wide, knowing that Nasir likes to get to those 2-on-1s. Trying to pick him up. Just 10 seconds left. There he does pull him back down.
Nice job. Good job.
Oliveri to his base. Now Nasir grabs that wrist. Now they get to the edge, and Oliveri steps off onto the platform. 4-0 lead for Nir Bailey. 6 seconds to go, second period.
Tough ride here. Tough ride. 6 seconds of plenty of time to get out. You got to ride tough here. Up to his feet, trying to get hand control. Pull him back down. Locked hands. Oh my gosh. Kind of baited him a little bit.
Nope. They waved it off. Rutgers coach is wanting him to look at it, and Tom's like, throw the brick. Throw the brick. Kurt Frost called that, and then he waved it off, said no. He let go of them as they came down.
They're not throwing the brick.
I don't know if they have one. I mean, they got it sitting there, but I don't know if they've got it available to them. So Nasir leads 4-0. Oliveri starts down here to begin the third. Nasir trying to trap a wrist, trying to pull him down.
They do have one. I can see it sitting down there.
Oliveri gets the hand control and the escape. So 4-1. Nasir only 40 seconds towards his riding time.
Can't give up any stall points here either, because if he gets taken down, it's a tie match. He gets taken down with, if he gives up a stall point, then he could lose if he gets ridden out.
There is a takedown, and underhook throw by Oliveri finishes for the 3. So Nasir's going to have to hustle from that bottom position.
Fours, 128. I think Oliveri's probably going to tension release him, would be my guess here.
Yeah.
Slow by Bailey getting back to the center. Very, very slow. Getting set. Tension release. Well, he didn't let him go, but.
Tried cover and see if he could get something. Now he does let him out. So Nasir
right,
leads 5-4.
Can't give up a stall call here.
Tries that slide by again. Oliveri squares up. Actually got bumped to his butt. But Oliveri definitely a lot more aggressive. Another slide by Bailey. Gets down to that ankle. Oliveri trying to square up. Nasir picks him up. Trips him down to his back for the 3. He's getting. He said he came out of bounds. I think they could have had at least a 2 count there. Oliveri was thinking that they were all the way out of bounds, but referee said he didn't keep the toe in order to keep the near falls.
Nice job.
But Nasir got the takedown.
Yeah, that was big. Nice job by Nasir going for that takedown right away, not wait until the end. And when he got there, he knew he had to finish that.
Caution on Nasir. Didn't cover the elbow.
Oliveri is very, very hyped up right now, running back to the center. Like he wants this match bad.
To his feet.
Don't lock your hands here on the return.
Bailey.
Stall. Bailey, you got to let him go there. There you go.
There's the escape. So 8-5, 40 seconds left. Riding time not a factor.
God, we wish we could have ridden him out there. It was 51 seconds towards our riding time, but we didn't really try to return him. A riding time point there would have gone a long ways.
Oh, there's the underhook throw by, and Oliveri. Oh, Nasir thought they went out of bounds. The referee kept it going as Oliveri sprinted back to the middle. Now Nasir's going to get dinged for stalling with 20 seconds left. That was a weird situation because Oliveri kept his toe in, and Nasir got out, and Oliveri sprinted back to the middle.
And another stall call on Nasir for going out of bounds right there. So now it's 8-6. Now we get taken down, we lose.
10 seconds left. Reshot by Nasir, and he gets the 3. He will get the win by a score of 11-6.
Boy, those slide bys. That's 3 slide bys right there by Nasir. Just, boy.
So he will have a rematch with Vance Vombauer of Minnesota for the third-place match later on this afternoon. Good job by Nasir to get that win.
That is good job. Good job, Nasir.
Let's step out, take another timeout. We'll be back with more from State College, the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
This is Jordan Sekefetz here for my dad Brian and his True Blue crew at Dodge Street Tire. If you're wrestling with your car or truck, let their crew take care of you and your family with honest and quality award-winning service. For over 30 good years, Dodge Street Tire have been champions for Hawkeye fans everywhere, pinning down prices and problems for their neighbors. Don't let your vehicle's tires and troubles keep you from achieving your goals. Dodge Street Tire at the corner of Dodge and Church Street.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenient. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Welcome back to the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships.
Did Fugit win that? I didn't see.
Yes, he did. So it will be Peterson against Sotelo for 5th, Ayala versus Fugit for 3rd, and Bailey versus Vombauer for 3rd. Vombauer, that was the match that Nasir broke his finger, and he still wrestled through it, but Vombauer controlled him, winning 10-1. Still got Patrick Kennedy and Ben Keeter yet to wrestle this session, and then we'll have another match each for Ryder Block and Gabe Arnold.
Boy, Nir Bailey, I was watching him after that match, and still watching him. He's not even going to the back. He went over and gave his mom a hug, who's sitting down there in the first row, and he's pretty pumped up, jumping up and down, walking back and forth. Harmer came over, our strength conditioning coach, giving his banana, getting freshened up, getting ready for this next match. That match right there, that's the most emotion I've seen Nasir really display. Like, he's pretty pumped about that win right there. That was a big win for him, and he knows it.
Big win in the team standings, too, because Vombauer got a tech fall, so that brought Minnesota up to 74.5, but with Nasir getting the win, the Hawks are up to 77 now. So Penn State 146.5, Ohio State 121.5, Nebraska 112, then the Hawks at 77. Minnesota has 74.5.
It's a big head-to-head match with Minnesota there between Bailey and Vombauer.
Illinois still within striking distance at 69.5, Michigan 68.5. You and I talking last night, Illinois, Chris Moore at, I think it was 184. Got beat, came down. He got a tech fall in the round of 12, and then he got 2 medical forfeits. And Lucas Bird, in his wrestleback round yesterday, got an injury default. They got 3, basically, forfeits because of injury for an extra 6 bonus points right there.
6 points. That's crazy. 6 bonus points off of medical forfeits. Defaults. Being in the right place at the right time.
I don't know if we're going to have any 7th place matches. I think Davis and DeCracker Because maybe 25 hasn't yet either. But they just said that 49 is going to be a forfeit. 33 was already a forfeit. 57's a forfeit. 84 is a forfeit. 97's a forfeit. Like, a lot of guys content to get qualified, get in that top 8. How much of that is, I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily guys didn't make weight. I would think you would want to at least get to weight to get yourself ready for 2 weeks, but, you know, how much of that is wear and tear? What's the point of coming out wrestling one match for one team point, one placement spot?
Well, the team point's not really a factor at that point for these teams that are in 5th, 6th, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, whatever, you know. I don't think they really care at that point. That's not what your overall end goal is. So, and I think it's just mostly for a health standpoint, and you're already qualified. Is that 7th versus 8th place win going to make a big difference at the seed at your national tournament? Maybe. But it's just it's a weigh-in option there, and obviously their weigh-in is not going to make that big of a difference for what's at risk and possibly, you know, getting injured possibly or whatever. So they're just like, hey, we're in. At this point in time, we're going to just call that good and start rehabbing and recovering and getting ready for the national tournament.
Oak Knoll's mission is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care, a not-for-profit life plan community serving the Iowa City area for 57 years. Oak Knoll, conveniently located near the University of Iowa Healthcare Campus, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, and downtown Iowa City. Proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Visit oakknoll.com to learn more. Patrick Kennedy in the hole on mat number 1. On the mats right now, second period, Cam Catrabone of Michigan, Brandon Cannon of Ohio State. Cannon got the right out, so it's in essence a 1-0 lead for Cannon as they go neutral in the third. That's at 157. 149 are the other two mats. Carter Young of Maryland, a 6-3 lead over Joseph Zargo of Wisconsin. Lachlan McNeil of Michigan, a 4-2 lead over Michael Joffrey of Illinois. And McNeil is in on another shot. That one's in the third period.
Just like looking around, looking at the binos and just looking at these teams and kind of how they interact with each other and how the coaches interact with the team, and just like to learn and study a lot of these programs and see what's going on, and you can learn a lot just by watching. Patrick Kennedy getting ready to go, like you mentioned down there on mat number 1. Big match for him against Montanona.
6-3 was the final when they wrestled in the dual meet.
I thought it was overtime.
Yes, in overtime. Catrabone about ready to finish a shot on Cannon. Cannon, though, scrambling.
Wow, look at this scramble.
Now Cannon almost gets neutral danger. And he's going to come out and get the takedown. So Cannon will wrestle for third. His next opponent is waiting on deck, either Lowry or Webster. University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you no matter where you are in the state, changing medicine and changing lives for all of Iowa and beyond. Visit uihealthcare.org to learn more. Let's step out. We'll have more of the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships when we return. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Our mission at Oak Knoll is to provide exceptional retirement living and health services through Life Care. I'm Steve Rowe, CEO. We are a not-for-profit life plan community and have served the Iowa City area for 58 years. Oak Knoll is located near the University of Iowa hospitals and clinics, Kinnick Stadium, Carver Hawkeye Arena, Hancher Auditorium, and downtown Iowa City. Visit our website at oakmill.com to learn more. We are a proud sponsor of Hawkeye Athletics. Go Hawks!
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Jan Jensen and Ben McCullum. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Iowa. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the expressed written consent of the university and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the university.
Welcome back. 2026 Big Ten Championships from Steakhouse, Bryce Jordan Arena. Waiting on Patrick Kennedy to come up. So far, the Hawkeyes have done fairly well. The only loss here so far this morning was Peterson at 125 pounds, losing to Bozakis. Gave himself a chance at the very end, just fell up a little bit short. So Peterson will drop down for the 5th place match. And both Voinovich won, so he'll move on to 9th place, which I believe he's going to have a forfeit. So he's going to have an opportunity to get an at-large bid. Whether that happens or not is yet to be determined next week. Ryder Block and Gabe Arnold both won their matches for 9th place tournament bracket. So Gabe Arnold, I believe, is in the national tournament off of that. Block has to win one more. Drake Ayala with a big overtime takedown against Lucas Bird, which was a rematch from the national finals last year. That moves him into the 3rd place match against Fugit of Wisconsin. And then a really big match just a second ago for Nir Bailey at 141, beating Oliveri of Rutgers. Bailey the 4 seed, Oliveri the 10 seed. Now Bailey's going to take on the number 3 seed, Vambauer of Minnesota, for 3rd place. As Steven mentioned earlier, that's the match that he broke his finger in that dual meet and hadn't wrestled up until this tournament. So it's quite a big gap right there for him. But Nir Bailey feeling it today. He was bouncing around. He was pretty happy after that win against Oliveri. Right now it's kind of a fun match to watch here between Blaze of Purdue and Sparks of Minnesota at 165 pounds. And Patrick Kennedy coming up on the mat right now against Monotona of Michigan. This is a rematch from the dual meet where Patrick lost 6-3 in overtime. Controlled the whole match, and just controversial call at the end whether they had a takedown or not. And we're underway here. Patrick really controlled that front heads, short offense, snaps. Right away we get into it again.
And they come up over the head with that as well.
Patrick has kind of like a seatbelt with his left arm in there on Monotona. And then Monotona tries kind of getting cute right there, but didn't get anywhere with it. Still in that same position. Patrick has head position too. Overhook by Monotona. Just kind of trying to hip into us with that overhook.
Patrick trying to clear the hands on the right side. Tries a little foot sweep. I mean, Montanona, when he took us down, that was even off of Patrick's shot, and he just scrambled. Go to a stalemate, so get a fresh start from the center. Now Patrick comes just into a front headlock, trying to pull Montanona down. But that Illinois just got another injury default. Cannon Webster won by injury default. So that's 2 more bonus points for the Illini.
There's Patrick. Good job. I like that. Coming up over the head right there. Just out of bounds with it. But, man, I like that. I was coming over the head there, kind of in that seatbelt right there. Just no room to work there. 0-0 at the end of the first period between Blaze and Sparks.
Rougeau, a 3-0 lead on Barbosa of Rutgers. Halfway through the first period, no score for Kennedy. Just like we saw in Carver, definitely been controlling the ties. There's a duck attempt by Montanona, but Patrick down blocks.
Underhook, big underhook by Patrick right there. With his right arm, Montanona's left side. Now he tries dragging back to the other side. Back to the head. Snap right there, pulls Montanona down underneath him, down onto the mat, underneath him.
That right arm trap, though.
I just got to clear that arm. Again, we're just going to let that go to a stalemate. Just don't know how to clear his arm right there.
I mean, is that basically just violence? You just got to get mean and rip it out of there?
That's a really good word, Steven. I like it. But, yeah, pretty much. But he pulls him down with it, but then once he gets there, he does absolutely nothing with it. He just sits on his knees and holds that position. You got to be like a jackhammer in there, really work hard at clearing that arm, and basically you're bouncing Montanona's head off of the mat. He has two choices. Either one, his head's going to get bounced off the mat, or two, he's going to have to release that arm and let go to post so his head doesn't get bounced off the mat. But you got to make him decide. But you can't just sit there and hold the position and let the referee call a stalemate. You got to make the kid wrestle there. And we just don't do a good job of wrestling in that position when it's a really great position to be in. Now here we are again. Like we get here all the time. But just as the first period comes to an end, 0-0.
Patrick defers his choice. Montanona starts down.
Montanona crawling all the way back to the center from where they're at. Never even got up to his feet, just crawled. One to nothing over there in favor of Blaze at the end of the second period. Now it's Sparks' turn to choose down. Blaze a good rider.
Montanona got to his feet. Patrick puts him back down to his base. Trying to go claw ride, trying to chop arms. Bouncing left to the right side. Montanona trying to reach back. Tripod's up to his feet. Patrick trying to drop to an ankle. Now gets into that seat belt. Picks him up. Montanona throws the leg back out of the way. Gets out for the escape. Out of bounds, back to the center, 1:35 to go. Patrick 23 seconds towards riding time. Montanona's took an extra second over on the edge there. Now makes his way back to the center. There's Patrick, taps into a sweep, but he missed the leg.
Almost got to it.
Well, that's a good thing. You know, he's been doing so much, and you get Montanona almost thinking,
nice
hey, I got to do
there.
it. Gets right back to the same shot. Montanona dives back over our leg, though. Stop it,
dangerous.
Potentially dangerous. But you get Montanona thinking, okay, I got to, fight off this underhook, this front headlock, whatever. You kind of tap that and then, boom, get to the leg. But Montanona used that length to dive back over.
Come on, Patrick.
1:10 to go, second period. Montanona leads 1-0. Consolation semifinal, 174 pounds. Patrick,
nice.
Ankle pick. But again, he couldn't quite pull it, and then Montanona just dives back over top. Putting his own knee in a weird spot, so they're going to stop it for a stalemate.
Patrick throwing everything at him. A couple of low singles, a couple of sweep singles, and then a ankle pick right there. Just cannot finish.
45 on the clock, second period.
1-0 in favor of Montanona from Michigan over Patrick Kennedy in the second period. It'll be Patrick's choice to go down in the third period. There's a double
leg, switches off to a single. Got a stall call against Montanona. Montanona just tricking that knee out. Patrick hanging onto that ankle for dear life.
Nice to have stayed with that double. Patrick doing a lot here. I mean, you look at Patrick, how many shots has he taken? He hasn't finished, but man, look at how many shots he's taken. Then you go back to Drake Ayala at 133 versus Lucas Bird here just a little bit ago in the consolation semifinals. Not one shot between either one of those guys in 7 minutes. This is way more fun wrestling. Drake was able to pull that match out in overtime and win which was a rematch of the national finals from last year. So Drake's going on for the third-place match. But I just like Patrick here, just giving himself so many more opportunities to score, not just relying on one shot.
1-0 as we go to the third. Patrick will start down. Araujo does win.
Overtime down there between Blaze and Sparks.
Montanona into that claw ride. Patrick to a sit-out. Montanona tries to suck us back. We hit Heist out.
Now this is good because Montanona's already been warned for stalling once. Patrick needs to stay on that offense. He's been getting in deep, just not able to finish. Montanona's defense has been really, really good. I like the fact that he made that transition to the double. That way he can't scramble out, but he ended up having to switch off. There's a double again. Nice job, Patrick.
Montanona got the arms down. Now Patrick comes into that underhook again. Double unders.
Can he use this here? Go switches off that seatbelt again.
Left side. Montanona controlling our right hand. Again, get violent, clear that. Try to get down to the leg. Now
that's what I'm talking about. Go to that head right there like he just kind of tried to do. Probably going to stalemate this position here.
They do. 1:06 to go. Tied up at 1. Keeter's on deck on 2. Where Brock Montanona is wrestling Cartagena Walsh of Rutgers at 184 pounds. Patrick, another high crotch attempt. Reshot there by Montanona, but Patrick keeps the arms down. 45 seconds remains.
Stay on that offense, kid. Come on.
Snaps. Montanona clears away, though.
Good job, Patrick. Came across, hands low, got his hands back on him again. Good job. 30 seconds to go here in this match. Tied up 1-1. Ryan time not a factor.
A big snap by Patrick, but doesn't follow through with anything.
Go again. I think another shot or two here is going to warrant another stall call. We can't shut down here.
They're not going to do it in 15 seconds.
Just can't shut down here, though.
I don't disagree with you, but they're not going to do that at this situation.
This is where Montanona wants it. He wants this to come down to overtime, 1-score wins. This is where we got beat before in overtime in the dual meet on senior day. Come on, Patrick.
Tied up at 1.
Snap and go behind, double leg. Ankle pick.
Look out for a slide by or something as much as you're keeping that pressure on. Patrick, collar, snaps, trying to get to that cradle, not there.
Here. Pull him down. There you go. Good. He pulled him down. Good. Now wrestle here. Pull him down again. Pull him down again.
Trying to circle. Now goes back the other way and then just lets out of it.
Circles. Good job, Patrick, circling your butt to the center. Great job there.
Goes back to that seatbelt look. Blaze looks like got a reversal down there in the first 30-second tiebreaker. Approaching a minute to go here. Sudden victory for Patrick Kennedy, tied up at 1.
You don't want to be here. Just wasted too much clock time.
Stalemate with 58 on the clock. Patrick, 2 or 3 more attempts. .40 seconds to go in this sudden victory period. Takes a little duck action into a double. Montanona trying to reach back over. Patrick looking to suck it in. Now needs to just step over. Montanona locked through our crotch. Rolling through, almost into neutral danger. Rolls all the way through. Now Patrick has to reach up and just grab onto the leg. Now Montanona trying to circle back around behind Patrick. Patrick trying to scramble through. Grabbing onto an ankle. Almost held into a neutral danger. Rolls back the other way. Montanona now steps back over him. Patrick has Montanona on his back. Sitting on Patrick's back. Now hanging on to his ankle. Man, just like in the duel, Patrick was in a great shot, and Montanona just scrambled. Patrick able to scramble with him, and we are going to go to the 30-second tiebreakers tied at 1.
God dang it. What are we throwing the brick for? What's Michigan throwing the brick for? Because Montanona's tired, that's why. He's exhausted. They're going to say there was a takedown there. There wasn't. He's throwing it because he is exhausted. He wanted to throw the brick because he's so tired. Good job, Patrick, fighting that off. But, yeah, he was in on that shot right there and just could not finish.
Stop by, see what everyone's talking about at Watermill Kitchen and Bar, voted the 2025 Best New Restaurant by the Corridor Business Journal. This modern Midwestern restaurant, located in the heart of the Iowa River Landing, features chef-inspired takes on all your favorite dishes with amazing daily specials, unique cocktails, and monthly events. The referee down, talking to the third-party reviewer.
No way that was a takedown.
Montanona and Kennedy tied at 1. Mat number 2, Brock Montanona.
Who won that between Blaze and Sparks?
Blaze did. He got a reversal in the 30-second tiebreaker, and then Sparks had to go neutral and couldn't even get close. Brock Montanona, 6-0 lead over Cartagena Walsh of Rutgers. Just underway on mat number 3, Harchla and Pinto. Harchla of Ohio State, Pinto of Rutgers. So here comes the referee.
You said Blaze won that?
Yes, he did. After review, call confirmed, no takedown. I don't know what Borman thought he saw there.
He didn't see anything. It was a 100% breather tactic. He didn't see anything.
So Montanona's choice. He goes down. Now remember, he does have a stall call. So when it gets to be Patrick's turn, if
we got to ride tough
get
here.
to a standing position.
Tough.
Now the referee stops it. He didn't blow the whistle quick enough to cause the false start.
Got to ride tough, Patrick. Come on, buddy. Yeah, Montanona asked him to throw that brick so he could get some air. That's 100%.
Caution on Montanona for moving after he was supposed to be set. Patrick covers. Montanona right away to his feet, tries somersaulting through. Grabs onto Patrick's ankle, sitting back in. Now trying to turn the other way. Patrick still hanging on to that ankle. Now Montanona trying to kick away. Patrick stands up with it. Another somersault attempt. He dives back over, grabs ours. Patrick trying to get it. Near falls with his foot. Montanona trying to come through the back door. Still hanging on to an ankle. Montanona hanging, trying to turn back the other direction. And Patrick Kennedy will get the ride out for the entire 30 seconds.
Atta boy, Patrick. So proud of you right there. Great job, Patrick. Great job.
Now
Montanona's going to go neutral.
I mean, he's got to get a takedown no matter
Patrick's
what.
already been called for stalling.
No, he hasn't.
He just got worn down there, and I thought on that being on that ankle.
No, I don't think the 5 seconds came through all the way.
I thought he got warned for stalling when he's down on that ankle. Patrick, this is where Patrick struggles. Why wrestle right there, Patrick?
There's his first stall call. Montanona dives at the shot. They go out of bounds, back to the center, 11 on the clock.
Oh, my God, Patrick. Why do you give him, the referee, the opportunity? Don't wrestle on the edge.
Patrick gets back into that underhook, tries for a shot, slips a little bit. Montanona gets to the ankle. Patrick turns, squares up. 1 second left, and Montanona not able to finish it. Patrick Kennedy will win on the tiebreakers.
Thank goodness. Thank goodness. Good job, Patrick. Gutsy, gutsy, gutsy performance.
Patrick will wrestle for third later today. Here comes Ben Keeter out now on mat number 2. So that was 1-1 in the tiebreakers. That'll put the Hawks up to 80.5 points. So Keeter and Mirasola, this was a 4-3 decision in the dual meet in favor of Mirasola. He got a late takedown. Looked like Keeter was on his way to a win. But then Mirasola got that takedown in the third and gets the win. like you said, Mirasola has gotten a lot better since that point as well.
So
I think he's gotten a little bit bigger, too. There's a big snap, though, by Ben.
Kennedy is going to face who?
Either Hartzler or Pinto.
Pinto wrestling right there.
Hartzler leads that 4-0 in the second. Big for the team points to keep Hawkeyes in that fourth place spot as well.
Yeah, Blaze beating Sparks helped as well.
Illinois, so the Hawks have 80.5. Illinois 75, Minnesota 74.5. Michigan, I think they're going to jump up to 75.5 because I think Brock Montanona just won. Actually, 4.5 points. So that's going to put them up to 76.5. Keer and Mirasola. Right-handed collars, another big snap by Ben. Tries following through with it into that front head.
Nice job, Ben. Way to move him, way to move him.
Well, that's the second time he snapped him big like that. It's like, okay, now go back to it, but be thinking follow through. First time he snapped, he's like, oh, I snapped him. Second time he's like, snapped, oh, I did it again, let me try something. Now let's put it all together a little bit quicker. Minute 15 to go, first period. No score between Keer up for the Hawkeyes, Mirasola for Penn State.
A shot by Mirasola. He's deep in on Keer here on his left leg. Hasn't broken down to the mat right here.
Keer locked through the
Stepping
chest,
over.
trying to roll through. Keer pinching tight, trying to scoot those hips back.
Mirasola doing a really good job with that leg driving through, but look at Keer scramble here. Look at him scramble and come up to his feet into a 2-on-1. Wow, great wrestling. He comes around behind. Can he finish this on the edge? Can he finish?
It's on the leg, but right on the edge. Mirasola reaches back.
There you go.
Keer
There's three. There's three.
There's
three.
Suck it in.
Oh, that's fleeing right there.
So that is a stall call on Mirasola for fleeing. No takedown for Keer.
God dang, so close. Wow, amazing wrestling by Ben Keer right there. Amazing wrestling.
A lot of energy, too.
Boy, I tell you what, Mirasola right off that whistle came straight up, stood straight up and went like way high on a Keer. Keer's got to remember that. That's something you need to bank. Right off the whistle, hitting a shot right there. 5 seconds to go here in the first period.
It will be scoreless.
Keer showed some serious guts and effort in coming off of that shot, fighting off of that, and then coming right into his own 2-on-1, getting a real go behind, and almost securing that takedown on the edge. Great wrestling by Ben Keer.
Keer's choice. He'll start down to begin period number 2. Keer gets set. Mirasola started like he was going to cover on Ben's right. Now comes over to the left.
No first move by Ben.
Mirasola slides right side to left side. Straight behind him. Ben to his feet.
Bent over at the waist. Come on.
Now just pushes it away.
Yeah, just lets us go. Not a bunch of effort there from Mirasola because we sure as the heck didn't really explode out and do a good job of trying to get the 1-point escape. Mirasola pretty much just gave us that takedown or escape. Now Mirasola coming in a couple of half shots right there. We stopped him. Now another nice snap right there by Keer. Another shot from Mirasola from a non-tie, kind of a half shot. Need to capitalize on something like this, Steven. I think if we could get to the legs, we could score. We just got to get there. Got to fire. Pull that trigger.
1:10 to go, second period. Keer leads 1-0. I have a feeling if Mirasola hits one more of those, he takes another half shot, gets caught in a front headlock, though, by Keer. But I have a feeling Ben's going to get dinged for stalling. Yeah, this
wrestle
period.
here, wrestle here, wrestle here, wrestle here. Hartzler in?
Yes, Hartzler won. Stalemate, 46 seconds left. Keer. Back to the center. Clear out. And Mirasola is almost coming like his hand on top of Ben's head.
I know his right hand just got to fire off a shot to Mirasola's right leg there, which is Ben's side that he hits anyway.
15 to go. Second period. Keer for the Hawkeyes, a 1-0 lead. Pass by, but more just to kind of clear the hold. Looked like that ankle was sitting there. Ben was thinking about it. Could have maybe grabbed that quick for an attempt. 1-0 as we go to the third. Mirasola's choice. He'll start down.
Ride tough. Let's try and ride here. Ride for a long time.
Mirasola set. Keer covers. Then goes deep waist left side.
Make him work to get off the bottom here. Forward pressure, Ben. Come on, try and break him down.
Hopping that deep waist back and forth, but not really looking to wrists or anything. Now he chops that left arm. Forward pressure, but still butt up in the air. Head down on the mat for Mirasola. Ben trying to pull that wrist back. Not there. Now it goes to the far wrist.
Chop that arm. Something here. Break him down. Come on, see?
Good chop. Gets him flat down to the mat. Deep waist. Now he's working that left wrist.
Work this. Keep him flat. Keep him flat, Ben. Drive forward. Forward. You got no forward. Don't let this go to a stalemate. Forward pressure.
I can't tell if he's got that wrist. Almost like he's trying to get that Steiner tilt put
Go to the far wrist now. Forward pressure. Don't you dare let him up right now. Don't go back now. You've run him this long. There's another stall call. That should be a stall call. He literally just crawled right out of bounds.
But that's how he would defend the hold in the middle of the mat. So
that's horrible.
They only have to make that decision if it's on their feet.
So horrible.
43 seconds riding time for Keer. 59 seconds to go in the third.
There you go.
Chops
drive
that left
forward.
arm
Drive
again.
forward. There you go.
Gets
Got him broken down. Flat. Drive forward. God, I wish you could hear me.
He's trying to work that wrist. Mirasola trying to build that base. Ben goes to that deep waist left side. Now comes back to the right. He gets his riding time up over a minute. Coming to that near hip. Trying to bump him down. Mirasola up to a hip. Now we drive him back down. Flatten him out. Keer working that right side, working that wrist. It's underneath, tries to pull it up. Mirasola pulls it out. Mirasola works back up to his base. Ben chops to the left side, chops that left arm. Now switches back over to the right side. 20 seconds to go. Mirasola to his feet. Ben pulls him back down.
Wrist.
That
Finally
near
got
wrist
that wrist again. Now go behind the butt and then drive him forward right here.
10 seconds left.
Well, he's going to win it, thank goodness. That's a big win for Ben Keer right there.
Ben Keer gets the win.
For Ben Keer. A big win for Ben Keer and the Iowa Hawkeyes.
With the riding time point, 2-0. Great ride out by Keer right there. And he will take on either Amos or Feldman for third place this evening. Luke Geog over on mat number 1 of Ohio State on his way to a major over Remy Cotton of Rutgers. Gabe Solers of Indiana leads Wyatt Ingham of Wisconsin 3-0 at the end of the first period. And we're going to have a 7th place bout now. Lauritsen of Nebraska taking on Smith of Rutgers. Let's step out, take another timeout. We'll be back with more from the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hawk fans, stop in and visit the newly renovated guest rooms at Hyatt Regency Coralville Hotel and Conference Center, located in the heart of Iowa River Landing. Stay within walking distance of Extreme Arena, home of the Iowa Hawkeye volleyball team, as well as great restaurants, shopping, and scenic walking trails along the Iowa River. Hyatt Regency Coralville is also the home of Hawk Talk with Jan Jensen and Ben McCullum. Come together at Hyatt Regency Coralville, where everything you need is right here.
Cancer doesn't care. It doesn't care what you look like, how old you are, what you do, or where you live. We do. University of Iowa Healthcare is doing more to beat cancer than anyone in the state. From second opinions to life-saving treatments that happen here first. We lead the way in research, training, and care because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
Welcome back to the Bryce Jordan Center, the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships. Stephen Grayson, Mark Ironside, consolation semifinals. Winners will wrestle against each other for third place this evening. Losers will wrestle each other for fifth place. And then we're starting to see our seventh place matches come out as well. Right now we have our last two consolation semis at 197 on mat number 3, Gabe Solars of Indiana, a 3-0 lead over Wyatt Ingham of Wisconsin. And then on mat number 1, Ben Keer awaits the winner between Braxton Amos, the number 5 seed of Wisconsin, and Nick Feldman, the number 3 seed from Ohio State. Hawks put together a good round so far. It started out in the 9th place brackets. Ryder Block, an 8-0 major decision. So he's got Chance Lamer of Nebraska yet this afternoon to earn an automatic spot into the Cleveland bracket. Victor Voinovich, a 7-3 win over the number 5 seed Tony White of Rutgers. The other half of that bracket both forfeit. It was a double forfeit on that side. And so Vic Voinovich is going to win by forfeit and get the 9th place spot, which puts him into a good pecking order, into a pecking order for an at-large spot. Like Sam Bosler pointed out, Vinny Zerban, highly touted guy for Iowa State, had to medically forfeit out, so he didn't automatically qualify, so he's probably going to be in line for one of those at-large spots. But love Vic, love everything he does, but I'm not necessarily very confident that he's going to be able to get an at-large, but I've been surprised before. But then Gabe Arnold had a hard-fought 4-2 victory over Hayden Walters. That led us into the consolation semifinals, where Dean Peterson gave it his all. He was in on multiple attempts, just came up short. He was even in on a potential reversal late, but ended up losing to Nick Bouzakis by a score of 6-4. But then Drake Ayala, a 4-1 sudden victory win over Lucas Bird. Nir Bailey, an 11-6 win. Patrick Kennedy winning 1-1 in the tiebreakers. And Ben Keer with a third period rideout beats Cole Mirasola of Penn State by a score of 2-0. You look at that, Mark, 3 of those 4 wins that we had in those consolation semifinals reversed losses from earlier this season.
What was Bailey's score?
11-6.
Yeah, Patrick pulled out a gutsy win. A nice big ride. See what riding can do for you at heavyweight? See what riding can do for you? When you actually put some emphasis on riding? That was big.
So team standings right now, Penn State 146.5, Ohio State 133, Nebraska 116.5, and then the Hawks at 84. Michigan at 76.5, Illinois 75, Minnesota 74.5. And now to the point where you only get 1 point for placement. So all of your advancement points are done, and every time you you win in the round of 12, and that means you'll finish top 8. So you get 3 points because the worst you can do is 8th place. And then if you win that next round, the worst you can do is 6th place, so you get 3 more points. And then if you win that next round, the worst you can do is 4th place, so you get 3 more points. So each of those Hawkeye victories worth 3.5 because you get a half point for advancement. But now you're into the 3rd or 5th place match. You just get 1 point for the difference between 4th and 3rd or 6th and 5th. But that's the same case for a lot of these other teams. So Michigan does have 1 in the finals. Illinois does not have any. Minnesota has 2 in the finals. So Minnesota could potentially still make a little bit of noise. They're not necessarily favored in either one, but they're not heavy underdogs in either one of those either. So winner down there. Solars of Indiana wins at 197. So Ingham against Cotton. Hawkeye Nation, here's something to cheer about. U.S. Cellular is now part of T-Mobile. Now you're on America's largest 5G network. As the official wireless partner of the Iowa Hawkeyes, we're proud to bring a stronger network to every call, every post, every win. T-Mobile, better together. Ovation there, the Penn State crowd. It's another wrestler, this time in the form of Braden Davis, wrestling for 7th. He's taking on Billy DeCracker of Northwestern.
This would ensure him a solid spot to the Nationals. He wins this match here. They're taking 7 here at 141 immediately, right off the whistle with a shot to a takedown. Stall warning against Davis. Must have driven him out of bounds. Feldman down there, trailing Amos right now, 1-0 in the second period.
Amos, while you were gone, Amos hit a shot from a non-tie. He was deep on a double, and Feldman was able to keep his balance as they went to the edge of the mat and didn't get called for stalling or anything, but went out of bounds. But it was a nice low shot by Feldman. Amos kicks out of it.
Amos just got Feldman just got called for stalling, too.
It's in the second
Amos
period.
Must really be bringing it.
Davis leads 3-1. 7th place match at 125. Cale Lauritsen of Nebraska leads 6-3 over Aiden Smith of Rutgers. Yeah, there's only 2 other, so there's 2 7th place matches going on. There's 2 others listed in the on-deck queue. Otherwise, the rest were forfeits. Feldman with the shot, gets caught underneath, tries ducking.
Well, that'll make things go by a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
Get down there and get a little bit of lunch before it's gone. Old Nelly, he's our waiter. He's telling us what's available.
Lily says our food's in team camp. Did you order lunch?
I assume I did.
So we might have some down at the team camp, too.
Yeah, it's probably better than what we're having here. Chicken, cheese, steak, salad, soup in the media room.
I'm hoping I got spaghetti and meatballs, because when they were texting for us to do our orders, Hannah texted me, I think, 3 or 4 different times, and I had replied every single time. And for whatever reason, my Sunday lunch order did not get through. Everything else was fine, but Sunday lunch did not make it through. So I had to just call her to tell her what I wanted.
That's weird.
She's like, I'm sorry to keep bothering you. I'm like, no, I keep texting you back, but you're not getting it, so that's fine.
So busy a lot of times, I don't get back to those girls on those messages a lot of times on what we're supposed to get. And I always tell them, hey, if I don't get back to you in a fashionable time where you need to know, you just pick something out. I'm not a picky eater at all. Like just
salmon. Never go wrong with salmon.
Salmon and steak, I'm fine, you know. Even a cheeseburger, whatever, you know, just get me something. I don't care.
We would be remiss if we didn't mention those managers. I mean, Hannah and Lily all season long. Forgot to ask Mariah. We'll have to make sure at Nationals we get names of all the rest of them, the mat aides, but
yeah, they're pretty amazing. That's for sure.
Those girls do great stuff.
You know, even the other guys behind the scenes too, Daniel Dennis and Brandon Sorensen. You know, they do an awful lot behind the scenes for this program. Shot by Amos right there, couldn't finish.
Here's another shot. 10 to go, tied up at 1. Both guys changed levels at the same time, and then Amos maybe got dinged a little bit. He was a little woozy off of that.
Yeah, it looks like he still is.
He must have got headbutted or something.
Yeah, it looks like he still is. Cassiope's down there talking to him, looking on. Wasn't Cassiope's sister going to come here, come to Iowa?
I think so.
Is she a senior this year?
I don't remember. I've lost track.
Evan Wick down there. Evan Wick's been over and doing some international wrestling at senior level and doing really, really well. I know that he beat Hamidi at one point. I can't remember if that was in Croatia or Albania.
I'm sure Albia would love to have a world-level competition.
Albia, Iowa. There's some really good hunting down there.
Back to action, a minute to go over there. Feldman and Amos. Keer will have the winner of that for third place this evening. All season long, our talks says there's a double leg by Amos. They go out of bounds. And Feldman twisted his ankle a little bit as he landed on the hardwood. Talk with Hawkeye coach Tom Brands brought to you by Hy-Vee. Get grad party ready, Hawkeyes. Hy-Vee makes planning easy with convenient catering options, party trays, desserts, drinks, all the other essentials that you may need to celebrate your graduate. There's no extra stops. There's no extra stress. Just go online to Hy-Vee.com and shop today.
Was there a stall warning on that shot at all?
No.
That's shocking.
I know. I was surprised. Other than it would have been his second, and it would have been the winning score. There's
nice
a
little
reshot.
Well, yeah, really good shot right there by Feldman. Drops down to that low ankle, comes up right away. Wow, what a shot and finish in the last 15 seconds of this match for Feldman. And that's who Ben Keer is going to have for the third place match, is Feldman from Ohio State. How'd that go in the duel? I can't remember. I wasn't there. I watched it on TV at like 3 o'clock in the morning, Croatia time.
Let's see, it was 3-2. We owned him last year. We beat him all 3 times, but then we lost 3-2 in the dual meet this year. I think we got taken down and got 2 escape points. And I think Feldman chose neutral against us. Well, as we await 9th place brackets to continue, let's take another timeout. We'll be back with more from State College, the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships. This is Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hey fans, I know you'd do anything for a win on game day and an ice-cold Bud Light. Because whether you're tailgating in the parking lot or parked on the couch, sitting on your lucky stool at the bar, or standing in the fan section all game long, the clean, crisp taste of Bud Light turns a win into a win-win. And there's nothing easier to enjoy than that. Bud Light. Easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Welcome back to the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships. Stephen Grace and Mark Ironside working through the final few 7th place bouts before we get to the 9th place brackets. Ryder Block actually waiting on deck right now on mat number 1. That's where Luffman of Illinois and Hopkey of Minnesota wrestling for 7th place at heavyweight. Mat number 2, 7th place between Brody Bauman of Purdue and Colin Kelly of Illinois. That's at 174 pounds. Kelly leads that one 5-3 in the second period. And 30 seconds left. Braden Davis, a 7-1 lead plus riding time. So he looks like he's going to win and punch his ticket to Cleveland for Penn State. Team standings right now, the Hawkeyes sitting in 4th with 84 points. Penn State 146.5. Every time I look to that screen on the end to read the scores, they go to an ad. And I want to do it without having to click, because you never know how fast track's going to last. Penn State 146.5. They'll get another point right there with Davis.
They know that was their match to qualify Davis.
Ohio State 136.5. Nebraska 117.5. Hawkeyes sitting in 4th place with 84. And then Michigan 76.5, Illinois 75, Minnesota 74.5, and then Rutgers 62.5, Wisconsin and Indiana rounding out the top 10 for this year's tournament. Let's try to make sure we're ahead of the game on breaks. Take another one quick before we come back with Ryder Block. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Attention Hawkeye fans, Big Grove is proud to be an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes. Whether you're at the game or watching from home, Big Grove has got you covered. Enjoy an easy Eddie from the stands or visit them for every Hawkeye game at any of their 4 convenient Iowa locations in Iowa City, Cedar Rapids, Des Moines, or Solon. Big Grove Brewery, your official watch party headquarters of the Hawkeyes. Go Hawks! Big Grove Brewery, an official craft brewery of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Despite the unshakable Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk rivalry, there is one thing Iowa State and University of Iowa fans can both agree on: getting hyped for Unleaded 88. It's cleaner burning and better for your engine, and it's cheaper than other fuel options, making Unleaded 88 the clear fuel choice. If Iowa Corn Cy-Hawk rivals can agree on it, you know it's worth the hype. So pump it up with Unleaded 88, grown by Iowa corn farmers.
Stephen Grace, Mark Ironside, the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships. Ryder Block waiting on deck to try to punch his ticket to Cleveland and the NCAA Championships. Right now, that's no score between Luffman and Hopke.
Iowa women's are playing right now. We could turn that TV channel up there.
I'm sure there's a way.
CBS. Let me see if I can find a controller. Even if I do, that doesn't mean I don't know how to work it.
Illinois with 3 wrestlers going right now. Only 2 of them scoring points. They're sitting at 75 points right now. I think if they just win every match, not get any bonus points, they're able to get up to 82. Minnesota at 74.5. I think they only had 4 in the backside, but they've got 2 in the finals, so they could get a few more points up there. Comes down to this point of the tournament, this point in the season, you just got to win. And that's what the Hawks did. 4 out of the 5 matches in the Constellation semifinals. Ayala, 4-1 sudden victory, avenging a loss against Bird from earlier this year. Nir Bailey, 11-6 over Oliveri. Patrick Kennedy, tough ride out to win on the tiebreaker riding time, 1-1. And then Ben Keter with a tough ride out in the second period, avenging a loss as well. Him and Kennedy both avenging losses. Ben beating Mirasola of Penn State 2-0. And Dean Peterson, he closed the gap even further. He got pinned and then 9-5 in the dual meet, and then he lost to Bazakis by a score of 6-4. So he's closed that gap a little bit.
I think I got it.
I don't think so. I think that's CBS Network. CBS Sports Network, not CBS.
Oh, well, it's all
that's
you.
The Patriots
you can
semifinal.
try it then. See what you can do. I don't know if there is CBS. Here you go. Work your magic, Steve.
Where there's a will, there's a way.
I got faith in you. I don't know if this TV has it, though.
I made sure that I went down and worked out with you today. That way I didn't have to come up and save the computer or something.
Well.
And, of course, I say I, quote-unquote, worked out with you, but I was getting my blood flowing a little bit while you were actually working out.
You were in there for a long time, Steven. That was good. It was a good morning.
I needed it.
I needed it too.
Yesterday, sitting around way
sitting
too
around
much.
all day long and eating 3 meals like that wasn't sitting well with me last night and this morning. So we got to get up and go do something. Makes you feel a lot better today, huh?
It does, yes.
Makes a world of difference to get that blood.
Tomorrow, when I wake up and my arms and legs are like, "What did you do yesterday?" There we go. I found it for you.
That a boy. Oh, yeah, there's Hannah Stokes. Yay!
We should be able to time it out. We'll be able to sit and eat our lunch and watch the game. It'll get done right around the time that we're ready to get started up again, so it's a good little way to spend time between sessions.
Well, look at Barb Reynolds go. Rose Cassiope has transferred out and is now with Gannon University.
Okay.
I believe.
I was thinking she was at Iowa, and then I couldn't remember if she had left or not.
I don't know.
Coy Hopke gets a takedown in the third period, so it looks like he's going to get the third place, or the 7th place spot over Luffman of Illinois. So that'll be a point for Minnesota and actually put them ahead of Illinois by half a point. Puts them into 6th place, 1 point behind Michigan. And that's going to bring out Ryder Block. Block and Chance Lamer. Block won by fall in the dual meet. Down on mat number 1.
All right, Ryder Block, you need this one, big dog. Big match here with Chance Lamer. Who else was right before that match? Was that Minnesota?
Yeah, Hopke of Minnesota beat Luffman of Illinois.
All right, Ryder Block. Big matchup here.
Ooh,
Rematch
how about
for
this?
the duel.
Gabe Arnold wins by medical forfeit, so he will not wrestle again today.
Well, again, no points for the team race because of that, but Gabe Arnold is, which, you know, makes sense because, I mean, him and whoever he was supposed to wrestle are already automatically into the tournament now.
Right.
So,
you know, since getting hurt. Good for Gabe. Give him a 9th place finish. There's Ryder Block in an underhook, and Lamer actually threw it by and gets around behind for the 3 takedown. Block works back up to his base. Lamer picks him up, tries to put him back down as they go out of bounds, head back to the center.
remember in that duel, Ryder Block right off the first whistle of the match just blew right through Lamer with the double leg, and Lamer was not expecting that. And then he caught him in that takedown. Was it the second period, I think? Or
yes,
third period?
second, I believe.
And Block was exhausted. Had he not finished that, I don't think he would have finished the match. Block has Tom Brands and Ryan Morningstar in his corner. Ryder up to his feet, trying to get hand control, reaching around.
Gets into that overhook wizard, trying to hip toss him over. Still that deep seatbelt by Lamer. Lamer pushed him out of bounds.
There's no way. That's a one-point escape. Come on. Are you serious right now?
I mean, if that's still controlled, then when Patrick Kennedy has that deep waist against Montanona, then just give him the 3 takedown, right? I realize
100%.
It's different, but like it's the same amount of control. It's the same position.
That is not control at all.
Block gets flattened down again. Lamer chopping left arm, chopping right arm. Works up to his feet. Gets into that same spot. Steps inside. Tries to throw him off. Now Lamer goes inside trip, body lock. Now gets that leg split. Trying to go crossface with that leg Turk. Block trying to clear that leg out of there. Minute 15 to go in the first. Lamer leads 3-0. He's got 1:15 of riding time. Block does get that leg cleared out. Lamer reaches to that far wrist. Block, butt up in the air, head down on the mat, trying to peel those wrists off. Lamer, crossface.
I don't know, but we don't got anything for him on the bottom.
Yeah.
What are we throwing the block in for? What are we throwing it in for?
I don't know. Tom's talking to Sorochinsky about something. I don't know. I don't know what they're talking about there. He had it in his hand, was talking to Soroczynski, kind of shaking it. Soroczynski was explaining something, and Tom didn't throw it, but 20 seconds to go now, first period. Lamer leading 3-0. He's going to have 2:20 and counting of riding time unless Block can get out. Hits a little roll through right there. Lamer stays behind the hips, though. Now Ryder grabbing the leg, trying to turn back in, gets the hips out. There is the escape.
Great job. Great job. That was an enormous point right there for Ryder Block. Huge point. Great job not giving up there. Our choice is going to defer. Lamer's going to go down. I don't look for us to even remotely try to ride him at this point. Just let him go and go to your feet and get a takedown. I mean, he would have to exhaust so much energy trying to ride him just to get that ride time down under a minute. Like, let's just let him go and go to our feet. Get back to
forward,
our feet.
chops him, picks him up, puts him down. See if we can get a wrist trapped under there. Lamer into a sit out.
Unless he can get a
Roll
turn.
Wrist. Now Lamer gets the hand control and escape.
Almost kind of glad Lamer got an escape there.
4-1 Lamer. He's got 2:01 of riding time. A minute and a half to go, second period.
Now going to take down and then put a big ride on.
Winner of this match punches their ticket to Cleveland.
We are just reacting right now.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryder Block. You can kind of tell when Ryder's on and when he's not. And right now, he does not look like he's on. He is reacting like crazy.
Non-time. Just kind of hanging out.
Yeah, we're not on the offense here at all. We're wrestling like we're ahead.
He snaps a little bit. Tapping each other's foreheads. Block double wrist into a double leg attempt. Lamer sprawling back. Ryder trying to cut a corner on him. Now Lamer comes out. Front head tries to slide us by, and we slide right into his leg.
Nice.
Try to cut off to that double. He looks to somersault through. We're trying to get those hips back and cover for the three.
Yes. Now keep him down. Ride him tough here. Ride him out the rest of this period. Oh, he should be called for stalling right there, trying to get out of bounds. Lamer should.
Tied up at 4.
He literally put his hand out of bounds on purpose.
23 seconds left, second period.
This is a big ride here for us, Steven. Huge ride right now. Little slide-by attempt, like you said, by Lamer right there. And when he tried that, he did not hit it well, and we kind of fell right into his leg and scrambled right there and was able to finish that. That was a big takedown for Ryder Block. Now ride tough here. This is enormous.
Oh, and Lamer gets the hand control and gets the escape.
God dang it.
Just got into that sit out and just threw those hips away. Let's get another takedown and take the lead here.
Well, what do we do? Neutral or bottom? I say you have to go
neutral.
neutral.
Yeah.
Have to go neutral.
You're down by 2, so neutral, bottom's not going to help you because you're still going to have riding time, so you'll still be down by a point. 5-4 as we go to the third. Lamer's starting to look a little tired himself. Who's got the bigger gas tank here in this third period?
Well, usually it's not Block. This comes down to more than just a gas tank here. Just who's going to be tougher.
A little misdirection attempt there by Ryder. Lamer comes up into an underhook. Ryder clears out of that, into that collar tie. Minute 40 to go. In essence, Ryder down by 2. As Lamer's got that riding time that basically secured. There's double, cuts off to the single, is Ryder Block. Lamer trying to set back over him. Ryder trying to scoot those hips back with him. Comes back the other way and covers for the 3.
Now right tough. Oh my gosh.
Didn't get any hand control, so there's the escape. So we're tied at 7, in essence, with that riding time. Minute 15 to go in regulation. And get back to your offense, though. Don't say I'm going to hold it for sudden victory. Get back to it. And the guys got called for stalling.
Oh, Block.
55 on the clock. Lamer, shot. We really react and reshoot.
Nice shot. We
get to that leg. He almost pancakes us over. We roll through.
Right,
come out, head to the outside shot.
Come on, we're
Lamer
going to
trying
finish this.
Reach
Finish
back
this,
in.
Lamer.
We shelf that leg. Block, trying to elevate it, looking to pull him back in.
Take
Lamer,
your time here. Yes.
around the waist, on the edge. He somersaults. We let go. Cover. They say out of bounds. Stall call on Lamer for fleeing the hold.
Good job. He's doing a great job getting to that single, but we should have totally finished that inbounds. Totally should have finished that inbounds.
7-6. Block with the lead, but he's got riding time against him. 34 seconds left in regulation. Lamer with a little fake. Block. Takes that double
Bad
again.
shot.
Comes up to an underhook. Lamer pushing into us. Both guys just kind of hanging out for sudden victory now. Lamer trying to push us all the way out of bounds. Period will come to an end. So we head to sudden victory, tied up at 7. Clear the riding time off of the clock. 2 minutes.
Well, your berth to Cleveland in the national tournament lies in this overtime period right here, Ryder Block. All comes down to this, the whole season. Trying to set something up there a little bit.
Double
nice
leg,
double.
Trying to cut off, but cannot. Reshoots, comes up into a body lock situation. Now underhook on the left side. Over, under on the edge of the mat. Lamer trying to circle in. We snap into a front headlock. Circle back up. Minute 20 to go. We get back in on another shot. Get him draped up over the back this time. Lamer's locked through our legs. Block. Trying to turn back into him. Maybe see if he can stack him up neutral danger here. Now trying to pop that leg off of his head. Lamer tries to roll us through to neutral danger. Ryder Block trying to scoot his hips around on the edge. Tries to get him elevated up. Looks to turn back the other way. Lamer still locked through our crotch. Now we stand up with it.
Pull him in. Why are we not walking into the center, Steven?
Now Lamer grabs onto our ankle. They're going to say out of bounds. 49 seconds to go.
We have him up in the air. Why do we not walk towards the center and give ourselves some room to work?
.49 on the clock. Sudden victory. Block definitely picked up his offense in these second and third periods. Let's get one more good one and finish it here.
We want to end it here, too. Yeah, we don't want this going down on the mat.
Takes a shot, gets a stall. He's going to win it on a stall call. I do not believe that. It never happens in our favor.
I tell you what, Block usually on the opposite end of that.
Ryder Block punches his ticket by being offensive.
Boy, Manning is really, really, really upset about that call.
Let's step out, take a quick timeout. We'll be back to wrap things up from this session right after this. You're listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists, shop the sales, and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
You asked for all the extreme internet performance at an all-in price, and we listened. Get 1 gig internet with a 2-year price lock and everything included. Unlimited data for non-stop streaming, powerful Wi-Fi for enhanced coverage, built-in online threat protection, and internet equipment. All for just $65 a month for 2 years. It's the extreme 1 gig internet deal you asked for. Call 844-4FASTER or visit extreme.com for details. Offer available to new customers only. Price doesn't include one-time charges, tax, and government fees.
Can you think of anything that costs the same today as it did 10 years ago? There isn't much. That is, unless you're a Mid-American Energy customer. Thanks to all the renewable energy we're generating, our customers pay nearly the same rate for electricity today as they did back when we were all singing, "Call Me Maybe." And with Mid-American making even more investments in clean energy, you can count on enjoying those same affordable rates for the next decade. Now that's obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
The silly moments,
the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Welcome back to the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships. Session number 3 coming to a close. Good day so far for the Hawkeyes. Let's try to cap it off a little bit later on tonight. Ryder Block, 8-0 win in the opening round, and then wins on a stall point in sudden victory. But he was the aggressor there. Wins 8-7 and automatically punches his ticket to Cleveland. Victor Voinovich with a 7-3 win, and then because of a double forfeit on the other side, Victor finishes in 9th place, so puts himself at least into the conversation for an at-large bid at 157. And then Gabe Arnold with a big 4-2 win to make his way into the 9th place championship bracket or match, and he ends up winning that by medical forfeit. So he finishes in 9th, and they take the top 10 at 197. And then on the championship side, Dean Peterson fought his tail off, lost 6-4 to Nick Bouzakis. Drake Ayala wins in sudden victory 4-1 over Bird. Bailey over Oliveri 11-6. Kennedy over Montanona in the tiebreakers. And Keer with a big ride out over Mirasola to win by a score of 2-0. And so that means the Hawks will have 1 for 5th and 4 wrestling for 3rd. Peterson going to be taking on Sotelo for 5th. Drake Ayala going to be taking on Fugitive Wisconsin for 3rd. Bailey taking on Vombauer of Minnesota for 3rd. Kennedy will take on Harchla for 3rd. And Keer will take on Nick Feldman of Ohio State for 3rd. Hawks sitting in 4th place right now in the team standings with 84 points. Nebraska 117.5. Ohio State 136.5. Penn State 147.5. So Michigan is 76.5. They're 7.5 behind the Hawkeyes. Illinois 76. Minnesota 75.5. Could see some things move up and down there, but hopefully the Hawks have secured not the standard, not what we want to be, but given the up and down nature of this season and even of this tournament, for the Hawks to be sitting in 4th place right now is a testament to what these guys are doing. Definitely still want to work to improve that. Our expectation is to be at the top, but sometimes you got to recognize where you're at and build some positive momentum off of certain things based on where you're at in this tournament. So that's going to wrap things up here. We're going to take one more time out and send it to the billboard. We will be back on a 4:30 Eastern start time, 3:30 in the Central Time Zone for the finals. We will have 1st, 3rd, and 5th place matches at all 10 of the weight classes and close things out for the 2026 Big Ten Wrestling Championships. Big thanks to Steven back at the Learfield Studios, turning the knobs, keeping us on the airwaves. Huge thank you to all of our sponsors, making it possible for Mark and I to be on these road trips and bring all of the action to you guys back in Iowa. And a huge thank you to all of you for tuning in and listening. So see you in a couple of hours. Until then, this is Stephen Grace. You've been listening to Hawkeye Wrestling from Learfield.
Hello, Iowa. Here's a promise. Wherever you are in this great state, University of Iowa Healthcare is here for you, even if you never walk through our doors. Educating, caring, leading research, sharing our expertise with all. Because we believe that UI Healthcare is here to make all of Iowa better. UI Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Visit uihealthcare.org.
The silly moments, the proud moments, even the hard moments. They're what make life remarkable. And they're why Wellmark Blue Cross and Blue Shield is here for every moment. Committed to making healthcare better, more affordable, with more choices for care. And service and coverage that give you peace of mind no matter what comes your way. So you can show up for every tender moment, every brave moment, and every wouldn't miss it for the world moment, knowing that Blue is here for you. Go to Wellmark.com/every moment to find a plan right for you.
Save time when you shop online with Hy-Vee. Hy-Vee makes it easy to order groceries online through our app or Hy-Vee.com. Pickup is always free. And if you have a Perks Plus membership, you get free delivery and free express pickup. Shop online with Hy-Vee and you can create and save grocery lists. Shop the sales and get fuel savers. Talk about convenience. Order groceries online today. Check out Hy-Vee.com or download the Hy-Vee app.
Unwind in style at Riverside Casino and Golf Resort, where luxury and excitement come together. Tee off on a world-class golf course, savor gourmet dining, and enjoy premier entertainment and amenities that are second to none. Feeling lucky? Hit the slots or try your hand at our table games. There's always action on the floor. Whether you're here to relax, play, or indulge, Riverside offers more than just a getaway. It's an unforgettable experience. Visit Riverside Casino and Resort.com to learn more.
Iowa Hawkeye Wrestling has been brought to you by Hy-Vee, where there's a helpful smile in every aisle. Iowa Corn. You might think Iowa just grows corn, but the truth is, corn grows Iowa. Brought to you by Iowa's corn farmers of the Iowa Corn Growers Association and the Iowa Corn Promotion Board. Also brought to you by University of Iowa Healthcare, changing medicine, changing lives. Wimmer's Meats, the official hot dog of the Hawkeyes. And by Oak Knoll, a not-for-profit life plan community, serving the Iowa City community for 59 years. The preceding has been a Learfield presentation on the Hawkeye Sports Network.